up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances.
And we ain't sleeping on the floor again. We never sleeping on the floor again. For the ones who didn't make it out, for the ones that didn't see the life, for the ones that never cared, never gave a thought, found no happiness in that brand new car or the house you bought. I see you talking about the love you lost, and it was gone like way before you ever thought it was. Yeah, I took my time, no quick ones, quick run, quick gas to get back there. Hot roads, I didn't think I'd come back fierce, cause
I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances. It's easy, it's hard to preach, cause I've been burning trees and watching fall. If we cannot breathe out, we go forward. Sure, I was searching for cure, fishing a little wildlife, and when I'm low on fuel, I'll still be running till my back broke. Halfway, lost hope and I checked it. Hard roads, I didn't think I'd come back fast, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Ghostly revelation. I may have fucked up all my chances. Been around the globe, looked around and fitted, seen high and lows, but you won't even get it. Been around the globe, think it's time to admit it's not the end, but the road, and you won't even get it. Been around the globe, looked around and fitted, seen high and lows, but you won't even get it. Been around the globe, think it's time to admit it's not the end, but the road. I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances. Yes, I was running. I know. Swipe left, someone said something stupid. Swipe right, now I'm watching what you did. Backward down, now I'm at a disadvantage, but I think that it's worth it. I put my headphones on, I play my favorite song, I go to sleep and try again. Mama used to try and tell me no man is an island, but I think I feel like drifting away. Mama used to say tomorrow never comes, so make the most, but I think I am done with today. I am done with today. Boss says, man, you gotta make an effort. Feel like all I do on earth is just say yes, sir. And when I tell people how they make me feel, they treat me like a leper. I put my headphones on, I play my favorite song, I go to sleep and
try again, again. Mama used to try and tell me no man is an island, but I think I feel like drifting away. Mama used to say tomorrow never comes, so make the most, but I think I am done with today.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pocket. Spin 'em like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
I see those tears in your eyes. I feel so helpless inside. Oh love, there's no need to hide. Just let me love you when your heart is tired. Cold hands, red eyes, packed your bags at midnight. They've been there for weeks. You don't know what goodbye means. Just roll up a cigarette, just forget have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down.
Beyond infinity and back again. I'm to them. Young dog and I talking. You know once in the shine, don't vex when you get married. Me nah make trouble stress my brain. Cut checks me, I cut to the chase. Start never second hand, never second man, never stopping for a second, talking with my inner line. Look a jump and sound, I go try and make statements. Don't test my patience. drug. To grab the cake, I'ma need more than 2 hands. Hey, I'm just an oddity. My commodity brings salary. It's like the lottery. Numbers all around the globe, they ain't nothing stopping me. Make a move, make a mockery. Lock the globe properly. I got the key, I drop the heat. East, you know want see me shine. Don't vex when you get married. Me now make trouble stress my brain. Cut checks, me I cut to the chase. Style never second hand, never second in command. Never stopping for a second, talking with one in a hand. Look a jump and sound, I go try and make statement. Don't test my patience.
All right, what it do? What it do, everybody? Happy Thursday. Welcome on back for our Frost Esports Whiteout event sponsored by Overkill Labs here. We've got 4 teams that are left here in the semifinals fighting for our prize pool. Super excited. I am your boy Q. With me on the desk today, Star Coin Hero. How you doing today, brother?
I am doing amazing. It is always fun to be back at the desk of Frost Esports. And tonight we got a couple of great matches. We got the 2 semifinals, and then we're heading on to the grand finals. First matchup of the day, Mango's Marauders versus Awawawa.
We figuring it. Is that what we're going with? We figure it's more the Pac-Man
For
sound?
now.
All right. I wasn't sure if it was that or if we were going with the more like the down with the sickness, but we're gonna have to figure it out and roll as we go. But we're gonna be starting off here with Mango Marauders on the defensive. It looks like here we're gonna be on some Haven best of 1 here in some semifinals. Actually, moving into a best of 3 in the grand finals here. And I gotta say, I was kind of looking through the bracket. Both these teams have won both their matches in some pretty convincing fashion. Kind of looking at the scoreboard. I mean, I guess you could say Mango Mars does look like they went the distance 13-11 in their last match against Powerpuff Boys. But, other than that, I'm excited to see how this plays out here.
That I am. And on the other side of the bracket, coming off of a 13-8. So a pretty decisive win. Meanwhile, Mango Marauders, like you said, 13-11. It does not get closer than that without going into OT. And I believe so far, none of the matches have gone into OT in this tournament. So it is a very big possibility that we see an overtime this late into the tournament. We're starting to even out the skill set, and we're starting to even out the skill level. So as we go on and as we get further into the bracket, the matches are only going to get closer. So it would not surprise me if we see overtime.
Now, I always love seeing whenever we see Haven get brought up because, Haven being a little bit different than a lot of the maps in the fact that usually that middle lane is just simply to, rotate from one side to the other. Whereas on Haven, you do actually have that, B site sitting there right in the middle of the map. Sometimes needs teams to play a little bit, more thin on defense. The fact that obviously you have to commit to 3 sides instead of 2, but I feel like it really stresses like the team's coordination and communication. So I like this being this like kind of proving ground here in the semifinal, if I can be honest.
Yeah, going to Haven is very, very different than the other 3 maps because, like you said, the mid is usually a transition lane, but for this, it is a lane on to the site. But I believe we are actually ready to get on into this first match of the day. Haven, and it is Awawawa versus Mango Marauders. Honestly, this could go either way, but Q, got any predictions early on, or you're going to stay silent?
No, you know what? I think I'm gonna for the hopes of keeping the laughs alive. I think I'm gonna go for a wah over here to pull off the dub so we can keep them going. I do expect this to be a close one though, because as you had mentioned later into the bracket, I expect to see some close games today.
Yeah, when you get a little earlier in the bracket, some of those lesser known and lesser skilled teams are still in, but we're in the semifinals. I'm expecting close matches all the way through. I don't expect any of these matches to go in any rounds. I'd say under 18.
Yeah, I think anyone who just signs up and is looking for great Valorant matches, you hope to see getting into that 20, 21, 22, knowing that it's the back and forth here. And while we're getting ready to load in, just a quick question: how much of Champions have you been watching this last week and a half?
I have actually been busy, so I've not been able to keep up with Champions. So very unfortunate there. So not too sure what's going on. I just kind of see some stuff on my Twitter. Unfortunately, I've not been able to keep up with it. So I hope that changes in the coming days, though.
Hey, I mean, at least we're getting you some comp Valorant fix in here tonight, right? As we're getting ready to start. And the pistol rounds, I always feel like for some teams really hold no weight. For other teams, getting able to get on the board, get that monkey off the back, getting a point up, as well as getting the start of rolling of that push and that tug of war of econ helps people's mentals. I'm gonna be kind of interested to see here for these first couple of rounds, kind of how things play out. It does look like we're gonna be looking at a pretty quick look to try and push into A short here.
That we are. That's I Hate Val at the front line of defense on the defense. Now 3 men on the A site as the push started to come through pretty slow, not wanting to overextend and give the defense a free kill. You want to keep all 5 members of your team alive as long as possible, especially on a pistol round, because with pistol rounds, you have the weaker weapons. You're not going to have any one-shot headshots unless you got a sheriff, which I don't believe any of them do. They do not. It's only the chambers with the headhunter. So unless they're quick with those shots, then I'm not expecting too many one-taps as the push is starting to come in. A site is the site of attack. First kill goes to the defense. First 2, actually. But that gets traded off real quick. That is flanks with the first kill. Takes down the sky. That gets rid of the heals. That could be a pretty big pick as the spike does go down, but they're 1 man down on this retake, on this post plant.
Well, we're going to be seeing that Prowler. We're doing a good job of buying just a little bit of space, trying to turn around that corner if possible here. Manny also going to come out, trying to make a move, but Manny's going to fall. It's going to be all down to KY1, who unfortunately is going to fall. That allows for the defuse. That's going to be Mango Martyrs up on the board first.
Mango Martyrs, a really nice retake right there. They were up 1 man as they started to push, and they just kept going through, got the last kills they needed, and they took the pistol round. But we are having a little bit of technical issues on one of the sides, so we're back here. You get to see our beautiful faces a little bit more. Honestly, I think we should just stay like this all night, but I'm sure you guys would disagree, but
I mean, it's okay if they disagree. I think I might have to disagree as well. I'm excited to see some gameplay today, more so from my side than your side. I mean, you're holding down over there, if I can be honest. But the better half, the better half, definitely over on my left. So the left of the screen. But yeah, we had mentioned the technical pause here. So I feel like sometimes when we see it, look like maybe potentially we're having some ping issues. Going to just kind of be taking a quick look there, but the first round we see up on the board for Mango. I feel like on defense you like getting that first point on the board because it's like, hey, we're solid. Even especially you play the retake, you're able to get that first point on the board. Love to see it.
Yeah, especially on a map such as Haven, which, like you said in the pre-match, you have to play a little bit thinner because you have 3 sites for you to defend. There's a lot more space for you to protect. So taking that pistol round on defense is very, very big. It just goes to show that you can hold your own on a big, wide open map like Haven that favors the attacking side. So great start by the Mango Marauders. Hopefully they can ride this momentum all the way through to a couple of rounds back to back, maybe a 2-round, 3-round, 4-round. But going into the second round, I believe the tech pause is almost over. Yep, tech pause is done. So not too long of a wait. We're right back into the action. Scores 1-0 for the Mango Marauders. And now they have a little bit of an advantage. So this round most likely going to them as well. But crazier things have happened.
Now we're going to be getting started off. We see, I'm really liking to see this very aggressive, like push sort of play coming out from a while. I'm going to have to say my screen's frozen, so you're going to have to take this away for a second.
Unfortunate, but first kill going to the side of the attackers. Psychodynamic, first man to fall on the Mango Marauder side. There's Flanks getting shot through the wall. A little bit of damage done. Gets swung on. The shorty, though, put to great effect. The Clicks fan gets one, but he gets traded immediately. Still one-man advantage, but the re-around! The wrap around from I Hate Val binds all 4. And that was a round that was looking to go the other way. And then I Hate Val shuts it down with the one-shot, two-shot, 3-thought, 4 shot. That's hard to say.
All right, if you can hear me, I'm going to restart my PC real quick, so if you can hold down for just a second, because I'm like frozen.
Oh, okay. Got a little bit of solo cast action. Your boy Q will be MIA for just a few minutes, hopefully not too long. I hope to have him back by the 4th or the 5th round, but hey, we will see. I am more than capable to hold this broadcast down. And now, this is the bonus round, so this one is most likely going in favor of the attacker. They have a little bit more guns on the board. One Phantom, though, from the defense. That is on Parks, the Omen. But on the attack, it is 3 Vandals, 1 Phantom, and then a Frenzy from Manny. Not quite sure what he's doing. I don't know if he has a different gun and he's just holding out the Frenzy. Yeah, that's the case. He's got it. Here we go. Flanks. Swinging around the box. Gets another kill. That is his second on the round. Now Kai is going to get that spike down. It's a 3 versus 2 post plant. So right now, the offense looking pretty hot. But can they deny this retake and keep the offense off the board? Does not look like it. It's a 1 versus 3. Turns into a 1 versus 2. Oh, Parks finds the shot. 1 versus 1, and he has the health advantage. Manny on 26 HP. All he has is an aftershock as well as a flash. So this is not looking too well. He hears it coming. He just got to play for time. Oh, no. That was not ideal. Parks walked right into the aftershock when he could have very easily taken that round. He could have tried to stick the plant, or he could have tried to get the kill, but instead he just decides to walk right into the aftershock, and that will be the round going to Awawawa. Now starting to even up a little bit. Full buy on each side, I believe, except for Manny. Once again, deciding to buy just a Frenzy. Keep his distance close. But everyone else with Phantoms and Vandals, except for Polar, who decides to go with a Spectre as the offense starts their push up through C long as well as Garage. Clicks while blinded, gets 2, can't get the 3rd, but Psychodynamic is there to get the trade off of Manny. 3 versus 2 in favor of the Mango Marauders. That's Evade, trying to find a shot, but it just does not land. Kai 1 kill down, 2 down as well. 1 versus 1. I Hate Val versus Kai. And Kai at a disadvantage here, but somehow gets the kill. That is the 4K. Ties this match up. And what a clutch from Kai. Vector in hand. He trades out everyone to get that Vandal. Just like that. It is now Awawawa in the economic advantage.
All right, and I think I'm back. All right, hello?
He's back.
All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and get on into it. I am seeing my camera's a little all colored messed up because I had to restart and I don't know what's going on there, but we'll deal with that when we get to that. Let's go ahead and get started here. It does look like we see it's been evened up 2 apiece. Let's get down to it. I love it. Love it.
Yeah, 2 rounds going in favor of the offensive side. This one looking like it might go as well. There's Kai getting the first, Polar with the second, and it is just a little kill box at the top of A long. It's all on the Omen Parks. He gets found out by the Prowler, and now he's in a real rough spot. Spectre in hand, 125 is his HP. I don't think this clutch is happening.
Yeah, I mean, this is tough. I mean, you know, we see Parks going to be able to turn the corner and get one here, but you'd mentioned it. Just a Spectre in hand, 1v4. Oh, going to be able to turn, gets another one, but still going to be leaving 3 people still standing. That is going to be another round here for Awawawa.
That it is, and just like that, they have taken the lead 3 in a row from the offensive side. And now we're starting to get into the later rounds. They're starting to get accustomed to the Haven map. They're starting to utilize the wide open space, and the defense is having a pretty difficult time keeping up as they would. So the defense are going to have to try to find a way to start pushing back. They started off this match hot, but once Awawawa got their footing, they have not been able to be stopped. As Evade popping the Tour de Force ultimate, looking to do some critical damage on the side.
And, you know, where we have seen them kind of playing aggressive on that first initial push, and we had seen it last round, as well as the first one that they had won very quickly into A. Look, we can see them trying to play a little bit more slow. We can see Flanks potentially looking to try and set the bomb buddy here through our garage. No one in there, but there is going to be the smoke, which makes Flanks want to play this just a little bit more cautious. And it looks like we should be able to see C push and like kind of setting up for just playing for the retake, honestly.
That is possible. Evade, though, like I said, causing some critical damage with that Tour de Force ultimate. It's basically an operator, but better. As now it's going to be a retake, 1 man down. Evade still in a very aggressive position, but the Prowler takes him off of it. Polar takes down Fade, wins the Fade battle. That's Clicks falling. 5 versus 3 now on the post plant. The huge Ferrari peak with the blast pack gets 1 kill, but the second cannot be secured.
And now we've got that timer counting down. You can see here, time not on their side, making a quick push in. Parks is going to be able to get flanks here. They don't have too much time. Rounds the corner, goes for the defuse. KY1 gets one as Maniacs gets the other, and that is now going to be 4 on the board.
4 in a row now. And now, Mango Marauders, they're starting to really fall behind. They're going to have to start tagging on some rounds quickly because they cannot allow Awawawa to get any more, not any more rounds, but cannot allow them to get any more rounds in succession. This is an eco round for the Mango Marauder squad, so we're not expecting them to get this round, but next round is most certainly a must win, because if they don't win, they're going to be in a really tough spot. Down by 5 or down by 3. Oof. And they're just coming off of their best buy in a few rounds.
We see Suki is going to be able to get the first. That's going to be big here because, of course, that's going to move things a little bit more in your favor, at least until KY1 going to be able to find the equalizer here. And that's going to be 3 moving the corner around here on A, trying to get situated. And they're going to go ahead and get this spike down.
They are Clicks. Cannot line up the kills. Does manage to secure 1 kill, but the second one eludes them. This is a 2 versus 3 post plant. Can they hold this down? They got the chamber coming from up top, coming from defender spawn. And of course, they got Raze and Omen coming from long and short, respectively. There's Kai getting the kill on Suki, evens this round up. It's a 2 versus 2 now. Psychodynamic pops the showstopper, does not get anything. Showstopper gets popped down now. Flanks just denying the spike. Kai gets another kill, all on Parks. The clock is going to tick down, and that will be the round going to Awawawa.
And that is going to be big here. That's a couple of, I mean, now it's a 3-round lead, and we're going to be able to see when we take a look, it's 5 in a row here. Now, granted, we're going to be seeing rifles, obviously, on both sides. Econ is going to be pretty similar as far as on either side. But when you talk about that word momentum, which can be so huge in a game like Valorant right now, got to be loving this run from Awawawa.
That you are. But on the side of the Mango Marauders, this is a win at all cost round because, of course, if you drop this round, you're coming off of your best buy yet, down by 4, which will most likely lead to down by 5, then down by 6. So this is a huge, huge round because right now they only got the pistol as well as the round after. And ever since, every buy round has gone the way of Awawawa. So win at all costs for Mango Marauders.
And I think one thing that's helping is sometimes we'll see where like what ends up happening, right, is where a team will get very comfortable. We see them playing very aggressive down that A and seeing a lot of success, right? But instead they kind of keep going back and forth, but then puts the defense in the situation where they can't consistently rely on the same sort of strategy, keeps them on their toes. They don't have a game plan to keep things started, which allows you to dictate that pace.
That doesn't. Here's Ave just holding things down.
Oof.
Almost had a great play in him, but fortunately he gets gunned down. Spike does get planted on the C site, and it's another one-man down post plant. Manny forced off of his position. The blast pack gets shut down by Polar. Gets another one, the close range shot, 1v1, and it is won by Parks. And Mango Marauder ending the 5-round streak of Awawawa, and that's exactly what they needed to do. Stop the momentum of Awawawa. They needed to stop the heist that they were performing, and that's a great way to start it off. Bring this match within 2.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for here. Nice job by Parks to secure the deal. Now, you just got to take this round by round, right? You don't want to have to get to the situation where you feel like you need to secure everything at once. Just take it one round at a time. Just keep digging, and you're good to go.
And it looks like here on the defensive side, still not a great buy. We got 2 Stingers, Sheriff Classic, as well as a Phantom from Parks, the one who was last alive. So this is another big round for them. If they can take this eco, that will be huge on the momentum, huge on the mental as well. But it's going to be rough as the Nightfall comes out, and the grenade takes down I Hate Val. That's the paint shell. And now it's going to be the Spike getting planted on the A site. A little bit of hesitation right there, but there's no need. There's no one even close to the A site. But now the retake started to come in.
Now here, this is going to be, we see where they try to make this move. At least not quite yet. We do have just the one taking a peek in from heaven. That's going to be Parks, our savior from our last round. Not going to be able to get any lines of sight anywhere here, however. So with knowing they're pushing into a, man disadvantage here, understand them wanting to try and get everything right together at once, but Kai gets one, Polar gets the other. That's going to leave things all down to Parks, who looks like they're just going to fall back and save.
It's such a hard situation to be put in. 2-man disadvantage when you only have 2 Stingers. Of course, you had the Phantom up top, but the Phantom was not able to get anything done, and that will be a flawless round from the attacking Awawawa side, leaving Parks alive. So Parks with a little bit of money. The economy is starting to even out for the Mango Marauders. But one more dropped round, and we're going to be right back to square one. And Suki going for an op, but decides to stay with light shields. Not necessarily a glass cannon, but I'd say maybe a cardboard cannon or not a cardboard cannon, maybe a plastic cannon right there.
And now we're going to, man, I mean, you've allowed at this point Awawawa to at least get to, I feel like that magic number of 6 is always nice, right? The quicker you get there, you know that every round from that point forward is really just building a lead in that first half. So if you can kind of keep it pushed now here, going to be good. And once again, see that very aggressive play coming out. And trying to see if they can get the quick push in. Nice double satchel, allows Flank to get onto the backside and gets the first down.
And this Raze is just picking apart the Mango Marauders. That's a couple of times that the Blast Pack plays have just secured the site by themselves. As once again, it's another man disadvantage for the defense trying to retake a site. It's going to be so difficult. You got Suki on the op, but on the A site, there's just not many places where you can use that to its full potential, especially on a retake. Here's Psychodynamic with the blast pack play, but he is not him. And he cannot get the kill. There's one coming out from Polar through the wall. One more. Kai ending this round as Suki just going to run. Check my watch. Says Jame on it. So this round's going to Awawawa. And just like that, they are over halfway to winning this match.
Yeah, that is that's insane here thinking about, which I mean, here still you got a chance to get it. I mean, even a ninth point here in the first half if you're a Wawa. I mean, I know we were saying we were anticipating this thing being a potential nail biter, but a Wawa wanting to put this thing to bed early.
That they are, and I would say at the moment, I'm not going to say that it's been put to bed immediately, but we're in that calming down stage. You know, they're putting the kids in front of the TV, putting on some SpongeBob, just letting them watch a little bit and get them calmed down, you know. Oh, that's a great way to start the round. Psychodynamic getting the pain shells kill. I didn't even see that, but I saw the kill feed, and that's enough.
And now at least it gives you the man advantage here. But still, I mean, what's a man advantage if you're not going to still be able to put that as far as let that show something onto the scoreboard? Because we see right now really mobbing up through garage right now, evading the squad, trying to move in. You see not get detected right away. We see the Prowler does go a little bit deeper, but there's still two. That's a little bit closer to where this Clicks fan is. Not sure if they're going to make a wider turn. Could be a tough position for him here.
That it could be, especially with just a frenzy, and he's going to get pulled in. This is certain death. Kai gets the finish. Here's Parks picking around. Great shot from them. Evade will fall. And just like that, the one-man advantage has been regained. Seaside looking pretty strong. Awawawa going to rotate up through B. Now, they could decide to rotate all the way over to the A site, or they could try to get a cheeky plant on the B site. Right now, it's looking like B is the plan, because both A and C are pretty well protected. Oh no! Parks can't get the planter down, and now that's a huge advantage for this offensive side. Hey, Val, though, great shot by them, but it's not enough. Psychodynamics too quick on the trade, and a fourth round is found for the Marauders.
That's going to help you still. I mean, on the scoreboard here, and I think the big thing here is if you can take that, turn the one into a into a second, maybe it had that good econ advantage going into the last round and a half, but actually we can see I mean, honestly, Eco in a really beautiful spot here for a Wawawa. So the best thing you can do here is just try and just maintain. And I mean, if 7-5, I feel like with having 5 rounds in a row from a Wawawa, I think 7-5, you'd be happy with that going into halftime.
I would agree with you on that. A 7-5 is definitely a pretty good spot to be in on A, Haven, and B, when your opponent's coming off of a 5-round win streak. And of course, Awawawa going to try to stop that. They don't want this to go to 7-5. They want to get 8-4 because that is a really convincing score line. That shows control over the half. 7-5 makes it seem even, which this round wasn't really as even as the scoreboard would say. But hey, who knows?
That's going to be Manny falling first. Flanks is able to find a headshot. Now it's 3 versus 3 here. Kai with a couple of tags across the way, but nothing able to get an actual pick within itself. We see Parks trying to take a quick peek around the corner. At least that's going to be before the smoke comes out. It's going to be forced to retreat back. Does head into the garage. Might be looking for a reposition here. Trying to wrap around, but you can see Polar already set up.
He knows he heard the guy drop down. Now that Omen, everyone knows exactly where he is, but they might put a little bit too much focus on the Omen and not pay attention to CT. As now the retake starting to come in. They still have quite a bit of time to work with. Polar will fall. It's all on the chamber. And Evade gets the shot off. And now he just has to play for time. Jump peek, just stay alive. There's nothing that the defense can do. Perfectly played by Evade. And we will be going into halftime with a scoreline of 8-4 in favor of Awawawa.
And I feel like when you see a 5-round run and then you see potentially where it was broken up and then also again towards the end, you're happy to walk away with 4-round lead here if you're Awawawa. Now the question is, can you win this first pistol round? Because everyone knows if you win the pistol round, I don't want to say guaranteed for the second round, right? But it's pretty much just about a wrap, which would then move this to 10-4, and you'd be knocking on the door of moving into the finals.
Yeah, you would be. This is a huge, huge round for Mango Marauders because they are down 4. Awawawa doubled their round count in the first half, so if they want to come back, they're going to have to start swinging early. And this is their chance to do it. It's the pistol round. It's all even, no economy, no nothing. Everybody's got 800 in their pocket. It just comes down to which team utilizes said $800 better. Right now, offensive side going to take it slow. They're looking for a default. At the moment, they're favoring the C side, which might be a smart play, might not be. The Chamber is over near mid. I think Chamber is definitely the deciding factor on this round, considering he has the Headhunter. But the push coming in all through C long. The shots coming out. And Kai getting quite a bit of damage done, and that's going to force the rotate back. And that is definitely not what you want to see on the Mango Marauder side.
Yeah, now what is going to be interesting, though, is we see literally everybody but the Spike looking to rotate. So I'm not sure if maybe they are just looking to reposition and then still go in towards C, potentially through our garage here, or if we can see actually as Psycho maybe actually trying to make some noise towards B. That might cause our team to think that they're rotating more towards that direction. Ooh, but unfortunately going to be pointed out by the trap, and that's a lets them know to go ahead and rotate back towards that CB side. And defense are already set up and good, but Psycho turns the corner and finds one.
That it does, and now B side is under their control. 15 seconds to go. They got to get the spike on side, but it's not going to happen. 10 seconds to go, and that's no spike gets down. Okay, that was looking real close, but the spike does get on site and it gets planted. 1-man advantage for the attacking side again, so this retake is going to be a little bit difficult.
Especially when you're walking in with the pistols. You're not at the advantage here. Manny, though, going to be able to find a headshot. It's going to bring it to 3 versus 3, trying to enter in here. There's going to be the paint shells as well that come in. We did see also the rendezvous away. They're going to go down. That's going to allow for, with the triple from flanks, allows for the defuse, and now that's 4-9.
And that is a heartbreaker to lose for Mango Marauders. They played it very, very well. They played the pre-plant perfectly. They tested out the C site. It wasn't available, so they rotated around, tried it one more time, got shut down again. But they made their way onto the B site. They played well. They got the plant down with a 1-man advantage. That's more than you can ask for after being denied twice in a row in one round. But to still lose the round after that, that is heartbreaking. That is demoralizing. And now they're going to try a force buy to try to keep Awawawa away from double digits, because double digits might just be securing their fate.
Yeah, and this is tough, right? You forced to force because of just the situation with the momentum, because you're already down 5. It's realistically not the most ideal of situations, but then Manny going to be able to turn the corner, finds one, Evade going to also be able to get one with the Spectre here as well. And now it's just going to be a 3v4. They're not exactly sure where they want to take this spike either.
They are not. They're kind of stuck between making a decision, but it looks like A will be the site they decide on. And if they time this right, they might be able to get an easy plant down, because look at the fade. That's Polar deciding to fall back and play off site. But the utility coming out, I think that's going to draw some ears away. This is a real rough spot for the attackers, because on the A site, it's going to be hard to get down, because I've seen from the Awawa side, the retakes on the A site have been dangerous, or just the site takes in general. So they got to be real careful how they play their cards. 30 seconds to go, so still a ton of time. And the spike will go down any second now on A.
Yeah, and we can see, though, I mean, they've got, at least for now, they've got, possession of ASA, but now you're going to be seeing with the rotate, we're going to be seeing one going to get ready to look in through the window here. That's going to be flanks. Then we have the other 2 looking to try and make the move in through a tunnel. They're actually been moving together. Nice double satchel, but it just puts you in the middle of everything here. If you're flanks, it's going to be an easy pick for the squad of Awawawa. Now a 2v2. Kai not able to find a connection. Evade gets one. Evade gets the other one as well. It's a 4-piece from Evade, and that's now going to be 10-4.
I think that satchel play was used as a distraction. I don't think it had any intent on getting a kill because it took all eyes up to heaven, and that's when the push started coming, and they were able to get control of the back half of A, and it forced the rest of the offensive players to push back into sewer, and the defense was just able to take up so much space. And now double digits has been reached, and since Mango Marauders full bot, it's going to be a really rough buy for this 11th round. This is going to be a save. There's no other option. They have to buy as little as they can, because if you let this team get on match point, then I got a feeling this match will be completely over.
Now we're going to be seeing here.
Oh, no.
A quick peek up from Evade with the Headhunter. Going to be able to find a Heady and a second one as well. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no. It just gets worse for the Mango Marauders. Awawawa is just munching on all of them. 5-2 is the player count here, and this is just so hard. It's the Chamber and Sky left alive, but I don't know if they can find this because they have a Sheriff and a Classic. Of course, Suki does have 8 Headhunter bullets, but I just don't think that's going to be enough.
Now this is tough. I mean, we can see the two of them moving into B. A couple of tags, but not able to fall here. So it is still just the two shooting the Sheriff here. We also got the Prowler moving in here as well. There's so much utility getting sent in, and all you can do is just stand there and accept your fate. And it's 4-11 here. And I think at the pace that these guys are eating, I think I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think it's more of the Pac-Man. Wow.
I think so. Awawa is Pac-Man, and the Mango Marauders are definitely the ghost after he gets a super pellet. Because, man, they are just on the run. They're being shut down in every aspect of the game, and they have one chance left. This is the last full buy that they will have. This is a must-win round, or I think this match will be over. Because, once again, last full buy they have, if they lose this, they're not going to have enough money for the match point round, and they're not going to be able to deny. And Awawa is going to be able to do whatever they want.
You see them trying to make a very aggressive push here, mobbing up deep onto B. You get the spike down at least, but now you are going to have to be worried about the couple of doorways. We got the smoke coming in. We've also got those paint shells, which does force Clicks into a bad position. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do anything with the showstopper. There it comes in, actually. The showstopper finds 2 for flanks, gets the 3-piece, and they're going to be able to get the defuse as well, putting themselves onto match point.
An absolute... What an amazing play from flanks. I am speechless at that. You heard me. I couldn't even think of what I was trying to say. Amazing showstopper play from flanks, and that might just secure the fate of this Mango Marauders team, as they will have to win 8 rounds in a row plus 2 in overtime if they want to stay alive, and I just don't think they have that in them. The momentum is in favor of the defense. The mental's in their favor. The economy's in their favor. Everything's in their favor. 3 things has to go wrong for the defensive side to let Mango Marauders have a shot.
Here we are. Question is, do the Mango Marauders at least keep this thing alive and fight to see another round? And we see they're trying to move in, kind of going back for that aggressive, more mid push here, potentially trying to rotate a little bit more towards the garage side, but we do have KY1 right there, turning the corner, finds one before Clicks fan's going to be able to trade him out.
And Psychodynamic runs right into the operator of Evade. And the 1-man advantage is given back to Awawawa. There's flanks with a kill. Suki gets the trade, but is it enough? 1 versus 3 now. Polar has to find all 3 of these kills to try to save this game. Or not Polar, Clicks has to find these three, and this is going to be so difficult. Spectre in hand, 50 shield, full health. Parks in chat trying to hype his teammate up, saying winnable. But is it true? 30 seconds now.
Gonna take some magic with the Guardian, that's for sure. We can see Clicks getting ready to move up here from C window towards C Link. Sees Manny, that's a one tap.
Winnable. 13 seconds though.
Left.
10 seconds.
Peeks.
Okay.
Gets the kill. Spike's going down. There's
So
a
now
shot here.
Just the last one that's gonna be left. It's gonna be Polar about to peek around. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh, my heart hurts. Oh, it was so close. The 1v3 almost came through. But Polar shutting it down, and it has been put to bed. The bedtime story has been read, and the kids are tucked in. 13-4 is the final score of match number 1. And just take what I said about none of these matches going in anything less than 18 and just throw that out the window, because it only took 17 rounds for Awawawa to send the Mango Marauders home.
Yeah, they I mean, honestly, just looked very, very impressive there. I mean, 13-5. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that is going to be their most dominant victory here, and it looks like I might be disappeared for a second. I'm still here, I promise. That's because unfortunately I lost my camera on my end. That's y'all remember we had to have a hero cast those first couple of rounds, hold it down by themselves. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to fix my camera all the way, but we're at least I'm not yellow anymore, so.
Yeah, you're looking a little bit different than the last time I saw you, but it's looking fine. I'm sure there is a perfectly perfectly feasible explanation for all of this.
It is what it is. Sometimes it be like that. But man, looking at that last game, I wanted to I was about to say, I think that was the biggest margin of victory that we saw from Awawawa, even though we had talked about it heading in, that it was, they had some pretty impressive victories. For them to have this type of game against a team that, we expected some big things for heading into the finals, this is huge for Awawawa.
That it is. Mango Marauders coming off of 13-11. I did not expect for them to get taken down in that dominant of a fashion, but we will be going to break for just a few moments. When we return, it will be Punani Mami versus the Feminine Females. So don't go anywhere. You do not want to miss the other semi.
Close your eyes, seek paradise. Won't change your mind, can't shape the lights. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. I want it all, just for the night. I live it out like I'll never die. I lose my head in the starry skies. Can't chain me down, I feel so alive. Back down, only one way out. I let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turn me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light. Turn up the light. This is what I waited for. 'Cause the clock keeps ticking, hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more. 'Cause the time keeps turning, feels just like it speeds up. It's what I waited for. Close your eyes, seek paradise. Won't
change your mind. Can't shake the light. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. Just wanna feel the stars surround. The atmosphere never to come down. I'll stand alone, whether right or wrong. It takes me home, right where I belong. Back down, only one way out. I'll let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turned me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light. Turn up the light. This is what I waited for. 'Cause the clock keeps ticking, hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more. This is what I waited for. 'Cause the clock keeps ticking, hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more. 'Cause the time keeps turning, feels just like it speeds up. Is what I waited for.
I need another story, something to get off my chest. My life gets kind of boring, need something that I can confess. Till all my sleeves are stained red from all the truth that I said. Come by it honestly, I swear. Thought you saw me wink, no, I've been on a break. So tell me what you want to hear, something that'll light those ears. Sick of all the insanity. I'm gonna give all my secrets away. This time, don't need another perfect life. Don't care if critics ever jump the line. I'm gonna give all my secrets away. I'm gonna give all my secrets away. My God, amazing how we got this far. It's like we're chasing all those stars. Who's driving shiny big black cars? And every day I see the news, all the problems that we could solve. And when a situation rises, just write it into an album, send it straight to gold. I don't really like my flow, no, so tell me what you want to hear, something that'll light those ears. Sick of all the insanity. I'm gonna give all my secrets away. This time, don't need another perfect life. Don't care if critics ever jump the line. I'm gonna give all my secrets away. I'm gonna give all my secrets away.
Brother, sister, can you hear that? Our heartbeat cutting through the ether. Star drifters, can you feel that? One love can make us all believers. A generation of renegades, we don't have to stay alone. So brother, sister, can you see our light guide us home? We'll paint the sky with our energy, so they can see us from outer space. Through the dark we will radiate. They're gonna see us from outer all the faces in this ocean come together, making memories in motion. We're the traces of the chosen. Let's come together with a heart wide open. A generation of renegades, we don't have to stay alone. So brother, sister, find your spaceship and let it take you home. We'll paint the sky with our energy, so they can see us from outer space. Through the dark we will radiate. They're gonna see us from outer space. They're gonna see us from outer brother, sister, star drifters. We're the traces of the chosen. We'll paint the sky with our energy, so they can see us from outer space. Through the dark we will radiate. They're gonna see us from outer
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go.
She been in your bedroom, I know that. Feeling up on your skin.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Whiteout Valorant tournament brought to you by Frost Esports. I'm still Starcoin. That over to your right is still your boy Q. And we are back with another banger of a match. This time, it's Punani Mami versus Feminine Females. Now, what we just saw Awawawa dominate their way into the grand finals, but now we're on the other side of the bracket. Both of these teams coming off of pretty close matches. Feminine Females and Nilo went the distance, and Punani Mami versus the Big Dilfs went in 13-8. So this one should be a bit closer.
Yeah, and I feel like if this was one of those tournaments where we had seen all of the rounds played out in one day, I was going probably have led a little bit in favor of Hunani Mami just because they would have been playing 2 games as opposed to the one, because it looks like Feminine Females had a bye in the first round. But with this being a whole new day, it's a whole nother story. I don't really know which way to call it just quite yet. I'm gonna be excited to see. We're gonna be on ascent here, so it looks like we're gonna be pretty well getting ready to load on in here, getting things loaded, getting ready for our agent pick here. So let's go ahead and get on down into it. I'm excited to see who they decided to go ahead and bring on in.
I am excited as well. And of course, Feminine Females on the defending side, and Punani Mami on the attack. One agent that I am expecting on both of these sides is a Chamber, or actually, our attackers looking like they're not going to go with a Chamber. They're actually vying for a Killjoy, which is just as effective on a map such as Ascent. There's a lot of little lanes that you can trap in and get a couple of easy kills with your swarm grenades. So a KJ makes a lot of sense here, but the Chamber's a pretty solid pick as well.
Yeah, and can I tell you what I've been loving to see starting to get some love when it comes to competitive? We even saw it over the course of this last week in over in Istanbul, starting to see the Phoenix getting brought back to life in comp after some of those changes we saw here relatively recently. Obviously, we're still hovering that pick. We don't know if for sure that's going to be locked in, but if it is, I'm here for it. That's one of my faves.
We are locking it. Noku still hovering it, but does he do it? Will they pull the trigger? Everybody on the attacking side is hovering. Right now we got a KO, Jet, KJ, Omen, and then the Phoenix. Of course, Jet on the defensive side as well. Overall, pretty a strong comp here. The Phoenix play, pretty interesting. But we are about to see if the hype is worth it.
Yeah, I think one of those things, especially with some of the changes, and I mean, it's what you get that flash that kind of continues to come back. You have it on a timer. It's you get some nice utility on both the entry. You have the ability to shut down line of sight with that wall as well on the Phoenix. Again, we've been seeing it start to pop up a little bit more into the meta. I wouldn't call it like a super meta pick, but for some teams, they seem to really be vibing with it. So, I'm going to be honest, that's going to be one that I'm for sure personally going to be keeping an eye on, is going to be Noku here on that Phoenix here for Punani Mami.
I am as well, because Phoenix has been out of the meta for so long. I think since the second duelist got added, he has just been such an unused agent, has almost no pick rate in competitive Valorant. But like you said, the changes might help that pick rate out a little bit, and he might be a viable option. We're just gonna have to see how this squad plays. It's the pistol round, and here we go already. The attacking side gunning it up mid, and the defense is neglecting it. They're gonna let the attackers have whatever they want up there.
Yeah, we see Quickly making the push up here, but Gotcha right around the corner, trying to take a peek. Has that Sheriff not going to be able to find the connection, because we saw Quickly getting away there was Meow. Still has just a little bit of time. Takes a quick peek, not able to make a connection, unfortunately. Who is able to make a connection, though, is Kiana, able to get Relic down.
Now 1-man advantage for Punani Mami. Another kill coming out from Noku. That is a great kill from them as well. A site wide open, and this spike should go down with relative ease. If everything goes right, this will be a 2-man disadvantage retake. But Aria going to get flash, forced to fall off. Noku, double kill for them. 1 man alive, and that's Glitch.
And Noku's got 3 of them things thus far. Glitch, you mentioned the last one alive, able to find Noku as we're speaking. Not going to be able to find a connection, however, onto Meow. Does get just a couple of tags. However, you'll notice Glitch, 45 HP, and a Dream kind of getting covered from multiple angles. And that first round here going to be in favor of Punani Mami.
Great first round and a great site take. They started playing the midpoint, tried to get their way through market, but they got shut down, could not go any further. So they take it back, they walk through cat, and they just get themselves onto the A site through tree. And there was nothing that feminine females could do to stop them. And just like that, Punani Mami has round 1, and Noku actually going to buy a Vandal second round. How's this going to work?
I mean, understand that they've want to feel that they're wanting to come in. They're playing aggressive, obviously. Ooh, gotcha, though. Going to be able to get the first. That's on Noko. Oh, I thought was going to be able to get the second, but Meow able to stay alive.
An Relic trying to get the kill with the right-click classic, but their shots don't land. Another 1-man advantage for Punani Mami. Glitch gets the headshot onto Nina, but it's not enough to kill him. 4 versus 2 on the retake coming up highway. The swarm grenade gets shot down, but now the intel is there.
We'll have to see here. I mean, they're going to probably want to take both lanes. We're going to at least see the flash coming in, but Kiana's going to be able to find one. Adia finds the other, and that is now 2 in a row. But that's kind of what you expect, right? Obviously, after winning the first round, you then, especially with the force buy, you really hope to be able to see that sort of success. And now the question becomes, now there's rifles in the other hand, are we able to keep the same momentum on the side of Punani Mami, right?
We're going to have to see. Punani Mami, they still have the Vandal that Noku bought, and Noku, not that much money now. He's going to have to go with a Sheriff and Light Shields. Meanwhile, Kanaya, Meow, and Adia, they all have Spectres and Heavies. So this could very well go in favor of Punani Mami, but of course, the advantage is on the side of feminine females.
And we can see that, again, trying to make a push here through the middle. Nina, though, going to be able to get Gotcha. Gotcha was trying to play just a little slick there, not going to be able to make a move. And now after getting that first one, Meow is going to go ahead and continue pushing forward, trying to buy a little bit of space here, but still defaulting back a little bit with that spike, as you see, not really playing too aggressive with it yet, and even might be looking to rotate this thing more over towards A potentially.
Looks like it. They have an aggressive spot on the A site, and it looks like that's where they're going to go. However, the 0 point going to come out, and that will suppress Phoenix. Noku not able to use their utility for the next 8 seconds. But I don't know if that'll stop the push. 1-man advantage still for Punani Mami, and now out comes the ulti. Now just a hard push onto site. There's nothing that they can do to stop it. They're going to give Phoenix all the respect they deserve. And the ult doesn't do much, but it gets everyone away from site. And it's going to be a 4v5 retake.
We're going to be seeing that flash drive come out there. Just going to be able to at least keep them back for a second. Kill switch tries to take a quick peek just to see if you can get any sort of recon around. Not going to be able to do so. Right now, the question becomes, can Kiana make a play? Kiana not going to be able to do so. Glitch has actually gotten a pair here, which now leaves it to Meow and Adia. Adia does find kill switch, so it is a 2v2. Taking a look in at the window or the entryway from A main. However, Glitch has gotten the 4-piece, which gets them up on the board.
And the bonus round comes through for feminine females. They shut down Punani Mami for the time being, but that was just the bonus round, and now Punani Mami is back in the lead with the guns, because of course, on the side of feminine females, they got the 2 Vandals that they kept from last round, but they have a Guardian, a Classic from Relic, as well as another Guardian, but with light shields on kill switch. So this is going to be another rough round, but it is definitely winnable if the females play their cards right.
All right. Now the question becomes, is, we've seen them playing that middle lane rather aggressive. I do like seeing them trying to take more of the route of making the push through B main here, but you see making a very quick push in here. That's going to be Meow. Gets the first. Now the question becomes, as far as from the side of feminine females, what does this retake look like?
Right now, overall, a pretty strong position if they can get their way through, because the attacker side is not playing up. They're all playing compressed in sight, which is usually not what you want, because that can create a kill box, which we might see as there's kill switch with the first kill, and just like that, it's the kill box. There's nothing they can do to defend against the hold, and now it's all on Adia. One kill is down. They can get another one. They have the health advantage, but they're turned the wrong way. Kill switch getting the clutch and securing the second round. Maybe not. Oh my goodness. Kill switch doesn't have it.
Oh man, was so close. That's tough. You get the frags, but just not in enough time. It's going to be a third round on the board here for feminine females. And you'll notice here heading into this round, after dropping that last round here, I mean, you're going to have a couple of half shields, couple of sheriffs, otherwise just mostly classics with nothing else.
Yeah, like you said, 2 sheriffs, a couple of light shields, and a classic for Gotcha. But Gotcha most likely going to pop the Bladestorm ultimate, and that they will. So now Gotcha has a little trick up his sleeve. He's got the blades, the run and gun, the flying gun, basically Vandal if you can hit your shots. Now, 1 kill coming out, and that's Relic falling. Relic so far, 5 rounds in, and they are 0-5 on the match. So not an ideal start to the semifinals if you are Relic. But here's Meow in a fight with Glitch 2. Kiana takes them down from behind and just extends the advantage, or expands the advantage to a 2-man advantage here. And the rotate comes through over to the B site, all on Lowell, and can Lowell hold it down by themselves?
Yeah, this is going to be extremely tough. We're going to be seeing multiple utility coming in. Isn't able to clear the corner, but unfortunately not going to be able to find a connection with any of those shots, which allows Noku to lay them down. We see Gotcha's got the knives out. Kill switch turning this corner with them here as well, but it's a 2v5 scenario. Not exactly the situation you're looking for. Noku's gotten 3, Noku's gotten 4, as that is going to be round number 4 here for the feminine females.
Feminine females starting to fall behind. This is starting to get really, really bad. We might see a repeat of the last semifinal that we saw. Mango Marauders versus Awawawa. Because right now, Punani Mami's starting to really pull ahead. They're starting to really find their bearings, and if the females don't do anything, then they're just going to fall further and further behind. Once again, we're in another one of those situations where this will probably be the last time they can buy for a couple of rounds, because everyone has under $1,000 in the bank. So this is a must-win for the feminine females, because if not, then Punani Mami is just going to keep tagging on the rounds and making it even worse for this defending side.
Now, we do want to remember, last time we had seen Punani Mami have the rifles advantage, whereas they don't have necessarily the armor advantage this round. But last time they had the rifles advantage, that was the round they won, round number 3. So looking to maybe do so here. Now we're going to be seeing our squad making the rotate in through B main. That's going to give a little bit of information away. We see some utility coming in, but running it back, that's going to allow them to still keep at least 4 up here on the side of Punani Mami.
That it will. And now the offense kind of being trapped as the shot's coming out, but Meow connects on a double. What a collat from that player. And just like that, this round was going so perfectly for the feminine females. And within 10 seconds, It has all fallen apart. 1 versus 4 for Glitch. And it looks like they're just going to save. What an unfortunate. Meow's not going to let him, though. Meow has the angle watched, and there's no way for escape for Glitch 2.
Man, just on a roll. You had mentioned we had seen them starting to get things rolling here, and that's, 5 of 6. That's the type of start that you're looking for here. It's interesting. We had seen, I thought we were both kind of expecting closer games in both of these semifinals, but, we had seen earlier, Awawawa showed up to play, and it looks like Punani Mami looking to do prove the same sort of thing here in semifinal number 2.
That they are, and Punani Mami officially cementing control over this round before it's even started. 5 rifles to 4 sheriffs and a marshal. Not where you want to be for the feminine females. Gotcha. Can't land a shot. That's Meow. First kill on the board going to the offensive side. And Punani Mami already starting the killing early. Glitch trying to peek, but decides it is better to run away. He's not going to test the hot hands of the Phoenix. And now, 1-man disadvantage still, but this round is very much on the board. A couple of hit sheriff shots and maybe a marshal shot if you're lucky. And this round is very winnable.
Yeah, now at this point, though, I mean, we still are going to be seeing. Oh, no, actually, I was going to say, I thought they were going to look to try and contest still on A. It does look like got Kiana here trying to make the entry here onto B, which is allowing the rotation over. However, there was a pick in the middle of our map in LOL, turning the corner, not going to be able to turn the corner in time, not going to be able to find Adia. As actually Adia makes the way all the way around, going to be able to get into the site, going to be able to get the plant.
And there's going to be no one that can stop him. Spike goes down. It's a 1-man disadvantage retake. However, LOL did find a Phantom, but Kiana just holding the angle. Huge! Perfect shot from Kiana, turning around at just the right time. And with that, Punani Mami is officially halfway to match point.
Rolling right now, really doing well. And the economy is going to be looking good for quite some time, even if you happen to drop a round or two, whereas we can't really say that on the other side. The other thing that's interesting is we have 2 players, both LOL and Relic, both looking to get on the board as we are starting round number 8. And when you say that kind of makes sense when we look up at that scoreboard up at the top.
That it does. Now, a lot of ults coming out. The null command from the attacking side. But they do fall. A site has been opened up. Meow looking to close the door. And that they will. Running gun not coming through. And this is an awkward spot for the attacking side. The lockdown coming out. But a couple of kills from both sides as well. That's LOL with a kill. Meow getting one as well. It's a 1 versus 2 here. But the lockdown is doing him a favor. LOL starts the defuse. Nina watching. Gets the kill. Needs one more. Finds it! Huge clutch and the 4K. And just like that, we might have a trip to Brazil because the score is 7-1.
That is absolutely insane. Getting the 4-piece right when you need to get in the clutch. Just ice in the veins from Nina. Looking at it too from Nina right now, 12 and 2. I don't want to. I feel like it's unfair to the rest of the squad saying that they've got their backpack open because we got plenty of frags from the rest of the team. But 12-2, my goodness.
12-2 from Nina. This player is outrageous, and I don't think they're going to stop any time soon. As the B site looks to be the site of attack for Punani Mami, or maybe not. As I say that, they start falling back, and the rotate might be in order. They're going to go all the way around back through spawn, and they're going to take the long road over to A.
And don't you worry, chat. That's not that we've got anybody frozen on defense. They're just playing that patient right now, literally holding corners, holding angles. We do see Gotcha still sitting up in heaven, but now we got the smoke coming out. Might want to peek their head. Not going to be able to find anybody, though, at least before they get a tag on themselves. Going to have to back down, play for this retake, as we've got the door down, we've got the spike down. Question is, what can Relic do here?
Relic has the tour de force. Right now is KD 1-8. Looking for the shot on Noku. Does not land. Now the retake is coming in. Blind comes out. Noku swinging around, and they will finally fall. 1-man advantage, 2-man advantage now for feminine females as the retake starting to come in. They're looking real strong, and it's all on Adia playing back, waiting for their swarm grenades to get the job done. Pushing in, gets one, but the second eludes them, and LOL will get the easy defuse. 2-7 now as feminine females make the retake happen.
And just like that, both LOL and Relic both up on the board. 3 kills between the two of them there that last round. So, up on the scoreboard, that's going to be their second round here as well. So now the question is, can you go ahead and at least carry this momentum, get you a couple more? I mean, you've already, unfortunately, allowed 7, so you can't tie this thing before half, but you can at least build a little bit of momentum.
That you can. However, is Punani Mami going to let you build momentum? That is going to be the question. Because so far, Punani Mami has been such an oppressive team. They have not let you have any breathing room. And the one round that they did, that's the round that they lost. So, not sure if they'll be making that mistake again. That's Kiana actually, in a long-range battle. Just the AD switching. And it's Kiana that comes out on top of it. Glitch break through the shots. That is going to be a lucky shot, if we're honest. Headshot through the smoke. But it's still the 1-man advantage for Punani Mami. Nina will get the spike down, and it's going to be a 1-man disadvantage on the retake. Or maybe not, Relic. Just shut me up right then and there. Nina in the 1 versus 2. This is definitely winnable if Nina plays their cards right.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to be tough, though, is you do have to worry about, I was going to say, Relic coming from tree. You have the 1 up in heaven as well, and Relic turns the corner, finds a head for the third frag of the round, as we're going to be seeing the 3rd round on the board here from feminine females.
That it was, and that round could have easily gone in the way of Punani Mami, but they just didn't wait long enough and didn't wait for the door to fall down, leading to a double headshot by Relic. So, an unfortunate circumstance, but overall, it's not the end of the world for Punani Mami. They just have to keep playing their game, because we saw the site take how easy it was, but they just had a timing misfire. So, stop that timing misfire, get back in rhythm, and you're most likely gonna keep winning rounds. So, stay focused. Don't let that little round whiff get you down.
Now we got Gotcha breaking out the knives here, wanting to make sure that we're armed up and ready to go. Not sure if they had heard the squad rolling up here as far as NB main. Noku about ready to poke that nose out there, take a quick peek around this corner, see what you can find. We see taking at least a shot there on the mark there, but I think I thought we were going to be seeing a rotate. Yeah, still might be seeing it, but Relic, regardless, able to get our first frag here. And I think that is going to get them to go ahead and stay committed to the push on B, because they don't know as far as where the pitch on the backside might be coming from.
The Blaze going to do enough to deny the sight lines. LOL denying the push with the Vandal, the Fishy Vandal. Now, for the first time this match, I believe, it's a 2-man advantage for the feminine females. That's usually not a good sign for a team if this is your first time having a 2-man advantage. But your first time gets cut down immediately. 1 man, now a none man. It's a 2 versus 2, 25 seconds to go, and Nina's going to get the spike down.
All right, Kiana, we see you. 2 flicks of the wrist. That's going to be 2 players taking a quick nap here in round number 11. It even things up here in this gunfight to a piece. Nina is going to go ahead and at least take their position down here in the basement, in hell, whichever way you want to call it. And Kiana, that's going to be the 3-piece. Oh, but now with LOL getting their own 3-piece, whoever wins this next duel is going to walk away with the 4. The disarm starts, and Kiana
No!
breaks out the knife, and just for insult to injury, that's Kiana with the 3-piece and the shake as well to contribute.
Unbelievable. And with that knife, Kiana just stacking their wallet as fat as possible. That is unreal. 8-3 now is the scoreline, and we could very well be going into halftime with the score of 9-3. Because, of course, a little bit of an economical advantage for the side of Punani Mami, but overall, this round could go either way. But, Q, you know what they say about the score 9-3,
Nope.
right? You ever heard of that?
I don't
sure?
talk about it. We don't need to talk about it. We're just gonna.
I-
Noku here though, gonna be able to find one. Turns the corner, doesn't find the other one because Kiana is actually gonna be able to find that headshot right there, and that's all 5 players right now mobbed up and looking to go up by that 9-3 margin potentially.
Yeah, the score line that is famous for no reason whatsoever. 9-3. It's very dominant first half so far from Punani Mami. Either way, and there's Noku getting a double. Does not secure the kill on the KO, but I don't think Gotcha can go for the res here. First kill is secured, but the second one is denied. And that will be round number 12 going to Punani Mami as well. And the scoreline going into the second half is 9-3 Punani Mami.
And look at that Phoenix up there. 12 kills. 12 of them things back in the meta just a little bit, showing they can throw their weight around. Here on Ascent, you love to see it. And I think the other thing that is worth mentioning, now I'm going to say this, and then technically Adia is kind of the outlier, but you can see that, the slaying potential on the side of Punani Mami, really from top to bottom on the roster. I mean, 4 of the 5 positive here really understand why they're up 6-3 here, or 9-3, sorry.
Yeah, they've just been so dominant and so oppressive. Everyone except for Adia is positive, but I mean, give them a little bit of slack. They are a KJ. They're not really supposed to get too many kills. And on the feminine female side, I can't really say the same. Everyone is negative except for Glitch, who is positive at 11-11, including Relic, the Chamber. Like, I get that you're a Sentinel, but I mean, is he really? Like, let's be real. Let's be real.
It's what they tell me.
That's who tells you. I want to know who.
That's what the game tells me.
That's what the game tells you? Okay, well, not supposed to be arguing with the game because it's not going to really do anything for me, but I don't think that's very accurate. I don't think Chamber is a Sentinel because that man has way too many guns coming with his kit to be a Sentinel.
Now, things get interesting here because you try and control the pace while needing to move with a sense of urgency right now. If you're the feminine females, you're down by 6. And while I say moving with a sense of urgency, you also obviously need to take it one round at a time, because while you might not necessarily be able to bring this thing back within the next round, another round or two, and that's basically it, because if you lose the pistol, you can probably assume that this is going to be a 3-11.
That you can, but the pistol going in favor of feminine female so far. It's a one-man disadvantage on the retake for Punani Mami, so this is definitely doable. Of course, Adia and the Phoenix have to be real careful about the guy on the right. Watching the corner, you gotta be careful. Relic somehow finds a double. How do you let them get away with 2? Nina looking to save this round, holding a little bit of a crossfire. Nina connects the shot. Huge round. Oh my goodness, Nina! What a shot! What a couple of shots! And just like that, pistol round goes to Punani Mami. Double digits is secured.
I mean, I know that it's more normally supposed to be Nani, but Nina just, oh my goodness, that was filthy. Just, I mean, the last 2 to be able to secure that up. And now, just like I had said, right, you'll win the pistol round. And very much, it looks like, especially, looking at, there doesn't look like we're going to look for a force on the buy. I mean, understandably so from feminine females, but 10 will more than likely turn into 11, which gets us just 2 rounds away from the finals here if you're Punani Mamis.
Absolutely. You cannot force here with how close Punani Mami is to match point. You do not want to play for OT unless you absolutely have to, especially if you're down by 7 rounds. Especially if you're down by 8 rounds if this round goes in favor of Punani Mami. Great play by Noku. Waiting for the intel to come through with the KJ turret. Glitch gets the trade off, but Kiana swinging around and then getting right back into cover after they get a kill. Kiana still very aggressive position. Glitch very low on health. Flash comes in, run and gun, gets one. The second one eludes them though. But the Omen still very, very low on this site take.
Oh, now we are going to be seeing kill switch though. Does find Nina. Adia still sitting all the way in the back of B here, trying to see if they might be able to find one. Meow though is going to be able to find Glitch with their back turned. Adia finds the other, and that's 3-11 here. And just like we were saying, now just 2 rounds away from moving to see Awawawa in the grand final.
And I'm a little upset because I predicted both of these rounds to not go in anything under 18. And here we are. Another dominant
They'll
performance.
make up for it in the finals, promise. Trust.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you. But man, 2 dominant games so far. And look at this. The Punani Mami side not even trying to force with Spectres. They're playing it really safe. Punani Mami can't get the first kill. It's going to be Glitch on the side of feminine females. As Noku, just the sheriff doesn't like them at this round.
I'm a gotcha. Able to find Nina here as well. So that's going to now turn this into a 5v3. Glitch also going to be able to find Kiana, which leaves just leaves Meow and Adia. Meow finds one, but Kill Switch is going to be able to get them to fall, and that's going to be 4 still left on the board. The 4 still standing here from the side of feminine females. It's going to be big because that's 4 rifles that you don't need to reinvest in. All you really need to reinvest in here is going to be Relic, unless potentially Relic is looking to use that tour de force. Then all you need to do is buy the armor, which it looks like that's going to be the case. And if you win this round, and then all of a sudden, if you're feminine females, Econ's looking good, momentum's starting to be on your side. I don't know if I'm going to be able to say that, you're going to go and win 8 rounds in a row here, but feeling a little more in the positive.
All I'm going to say is, what was the scoreline at halftime?
Oh, don't do this.
Okay, fine. I'll wait a couple more rounds. You're right. Noku pushing up mid, getting posted early, and then this is real posted. He's all the way up near mid doors, but everybody sneaks past him. The smoke has already gone away, and Noku is just left wondering, where is everyone? Everyone's in tree, that's where they are. Trying to get the way onto the A site, but Nina, great shot through the smoke. And now the site take is coming in, and A site is in firm control of the feminine females now.
They are going to have to worry about Noku here, though. Rotating around, because on this flank here pretty quickly. Yeah, you've, at this point, I was going to say, going to have to turn and make a play, but Glitch finds at least one head. Meow is shooting from heaven's going to be able to get a Glitch down, so that's now 2v2. You're going to be able to get some smokes here. Unfortunately, though, not going to be able to find any connection as Meow and starting to make a roll is feminine and females.
That they are. Punani Mami, they're not really playing with as much synergy as they were in the previous rounds. It seems like they might be starting to get a little bit too confident in themselves because, of course, the first half they were playing very coordinated. They were communicating a lot better. Everyone knew exactly what everyone else was doing, but in these last couple of rounds, it just seems like that has not been the case. Just seems like everybody's kind of doing their own thing. They're not really coming together and playing as a team. So they're going to have to start doing that if they want to try to keep the feminine females at bay. But right now, this might be a regrouping round because they have 4 sheriffs and a ghost on their side. So not a lot of money, to say the least.
I mean, to be fair, we've seen some shots come out. Oh, big timing on that. However, you're only at 24 HP in a dream, and they have your location, so that is going to be Noku falling. LOL also going to be able to get a frag here as well. So back into this 5v3 scenario, you've got A site control as well.
Kiana does manage the first kill, but there's still a long road ahead of this team, and LOL double kill ends the round, 3 on the round total. Now the scoreline is 6-11, and this is definitely looking possible for the feminine females. If you are Punani Mami, this might be a must-win.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like right now you're still kind of vibing. Unfortunately, Econ's not going to be exactly on your side here. I think this is as much of a must win as you can be without it necessarily being a must win. Because I do think they've still allowed themselves a little bit of space, but knowing the momentum that would be on the side and that one thing that we're still refusing to talk about, still being out there and floating in the wake as well, understanding why there's so much pressure onto this round.
Kiana gets spotted out. Very rough spot, but the spray's coming through. Gotcha! Buys a judge, but Noku shutting everything down with a double kill, holding the fourth down, and everything comes crashing down. And just like that, Punani Mami regaining their momentum. They've got the pep back in their step, and they are one round away from going to the grand finals. And right now, they have all 5 ultimates lit up.
Yeah, they've got everything at their disposal here. We're going to have full armor, full guns. Now, granted, we are going to be seeing full buys on the other side as well. Glitch does have a ultimate available, but that's it. We pretty much expended everything within the last round if you are feminine females here. So if there's anyone that really needs to win this first engagement, I would definitely say that's going to be in the side of feminine females, knowing that we're at that match point.
Oh, definitely. First engagement is huge right here. As if the first engagement goes to the side of Punani Mami, then that's just going to convince them to start popping the ults. And if they start popping the ults, I don't think they'll be able to keep up, simply because they only have one ult online themselves. So the first engagement must go to the feminine females, or I think this match will be over. But Meow, not letting that happen, goes up high. If he got that kill, I was about to be a little bit upset that that worked, honestly. 4 versus 4 now as this pushing starts.
Kiana just trying to spray through the one way. It's just not really able to find a connection. Unfortunately, though, they're getting connected through the smoke actually as it is. Gotcha. Fallon finds them, and now it's just going to be 3 left standing here. Make that 2 left standing here for Punani Mami. Nice shot, though, here from Noku. Okay, I see you, homie. You still got 3 more of those if you want to try and secure things up here right now. We've got a plants coming in. Let's go ahead and run things back.
Now, run it back comes out, but it gets shut down, and Kill Switch finds the ult and ends it before it can do anything else. 12-7 is now the scoreline, and the economy is not looking so hot for Punani Mami yet again. And coming in at halftime, there was a 6-round lead, and then it was 2 more added onto it. An 8-round lead at its peak for Punani Mami, and now it has been chopped down to 5. They have the economic advantage here, so will probably be chopped down to 4. And now you're starting to, this match is starting to get close, and I think it's starting to get a little bit dicey for Punani Mami.
Yeah, we did see them switch a little bit of their buys and back a little bit of their econ down a little bit here. That way they can, prepare that if they drop this round, they should be good for full buys on our next round here. But we're going to be seeing, Noku shooting the sheriff, not able to find a connection. And Kill Switch able to find a head. Oh, Relic able to find one as well.
These sheriffs are just not doing what Punani Mami wants them to do, and neither is the Blade Storm from Meow. 5 versus 2 here. It's a Spectre and a Bucky. And right now it looks like they're just going to try to go for the exit frags, but gotcha. Too quick on the shot, and that's a double to end this round. The deficit has been cut down to 4. And this might just be the downfall of Punani Mami.
Yeah, what looked like was going to be a quick runaway game. Now we've got what you asked for. One of those games past the 18th round, even at what I was asking for. 20-plus rounds here as we're getting ready to start round 21. Currently down by 4 are the feminine females. Punani Mami on match point still at this point. So all you need is just one of them things, and that does put some pressure on you if you're the feminine female, especially because you're on the offensive side, hoping to control this pace.
That they are. Kiana, quick peeking, looking to do something. Waits for the flash to go. Does not decide to peek, though. Kiana going to fall back. Smart move. Bringing the door down and shooting it so they cannot use that to their advantage. Kiana gets shot in the back a little bit. Not enough to kill or even do that much considerable damage, but it does do enough to tag him. 4 versus 4 here. The spike goes down in mid, and Noku still putting the pressure on. And this is a rough spot. Relic caught between a rock and a hard place, but so is Kiana. There's Gotcha bringing out the Blade Storm, taking down Adia. That gets rid of your Sentinel, and that is a huge amount of control lost as the spike going to fall here.
Oh, but you know what? Gotcha's got the knives out, but their location's been given away. You can see Nina and Kiana both rotating, turning this corner. It's just going to be left to Relic here. And Relic is able to find one, but Nina turns the corner. Go, Shawty, it's your birthday. And that's going to be round 13, securing the deal. Oh.
Round number 13 is secured with a shorty kill. Absolutely unbelievable. 13-8 is the final score. Punani Mami managed to secure it after a real close call from Disaster.
Yeah, that was, you kept mentioning the unmentionable, and
We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down.
Beyond infinity and back again. On to them. Young dog and talking. You know once in the shine, don't vex when you get married. Me nah make trouble stress my brain. Cut checks me, I cut to the chase. Start never second hand, never second hand, never stopping for a second, talking up on the line. Look a jump and sound, I go try and make statement. Don't test my patience. Try
We had a barbecue in San Tropez in May with some friends drinking booze, getting all loose. We drove the cars to the beach on the outside of the street, sat around a bonfire, eating marshmallows all night. We were young at the time, I know it, but you were so damn fine, couldn't get you on my mind. We were young at the time, I know it, but I wanted something more than you. Cause you wanna be free for the summer, free for the summer, free for the sun. You wanna be free for the summer, free for the summer, free for the summer. Summer at the beach in San Tropez. I was with my friends, you were by yourself. You came to hang out with me. When the summer reaches end, then I'm worth your attention. But I had enough playing this game with yours. We were young at the time, I know it, but you were so damn fine, couldn't get you on my mind. We were young at the time, I know it, but I wanted something more than you. Cause you wanna be free for the summer, free for the summer, free for the sun. You wanna be free for the summer, free for the summer, free for the summer. Free for the summer.
Baby, can you pray tonight? Baby, can you pray for us? Oh, baby, can you pray? It's every time you make on time. It's only to the end, so pray tonight. So you won't for every run that we had, surrounded and I knew it. But I'll be ready every day, know everything's alright. Are you gonna pray? Are you gonna pray tonight? Pray for me and for us. Baby, pray for me and for us. Baby, pray for me and for us. Pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, can we pray tonight? Baby, can we pray fast? Oh, baby, can you pray? It's every time you make time. It's holy to the end. So pray tonight.
Lost in your mind. I wanna know, am I losing my mind?
All right, and what it do, what it do. Welcome back, everyone. We are back for our finals here in our Frost Esports Whiteout Weekly number 12 here. We've got two teams down to just Punani Mami and Awawawa. And, you know, our weekly special here, the Whiteout Weekly, is brought to us by Overkill Labs.
Yes, it is. We have partnered with Overkill Labs. They are the newest gaming energy company on the block, but they are about to take over the scene quick because of the quality of their products. They use ingredients clinically proven to improve gaming performance, so definitely try it out for yourself at overkill-labs.com/Frost. Make sure to use code Frost for 10% off, and this stuff's good. I got a tub of this. It's real good. But yeah, this is the grand finals. This will be a best of 3 between Punani Mami and Awawawa, which we've just seen both of these teams come off of a very dominant win. Not so much Punani Mami, but definitely a dominant start. Awawawa, they came out of the gate swinging, and they came into the finals swinging, winning the match 14-4. But on the other side, Punani Mami starting off with I believe an 11-3 lead at their peak. But in the end, the scoreline was 13-8.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because I feel like neither team was really tested in their semifinal matchup, right? I mean, we had seen a little bit of the comeback as you were talking about from this team against Punani Mami, but I almost can't help but wonder if that was just one of those situations where you lose a couple of rounds, you got the lead, and you're just like, I mean, I've got, we've got 6 rounds still left. We only need to win 1 or 2 more left, and kind of that allows you to let your foot off the gas, right? So I wonder if maybe that caused with that a little bit of what we might have seen there. But I also think if they did start to slack a little bit, and maybe if their IGL and if their coach is watching as well and happen to notice that and be able to get them, right back in shape here heading into the finals. I mean, we're starting off on Icebox. It could be, I feel like it's one of those things that could go either way, right? Because either you just got done with a game where you kind of let up the foot off the gas. If your foot's still off the gas at the start here, I don't think you want to let Awawawa get a head start here with the way that they're able to take that momentum. But at the same time, if they come in with, kind of checking each other, that could help them get the start they're looking for as well.
Oh, definitely. Awawawa, they are very good. I think they might be a little bit more disciplined than Punani Mami because, like you said, like I said, Punani Mami started off the first half great, and the score was 9-3, 11-3 at its peak, but they let off the gas a little bit. Awawawa never let that happen. They stayed on the gas pedal the entire match. As I believe I just got word that the match is almost ready to begin. So, map 1, we are going to Icebox, the coldest map in the game of Valorant. So, it is the Frost Esports Whiteout Weekly Tournament, so it is only natural as we are ready for the agent select.
And, you love to see Icebox. It's one of those where I feel like it's become kind of more of the staple, right? You see a lot of teams opting to go for this, especially in these best of 3 sort of scenarios, like we're going to have here in our finals. And not surprised to see the instant lock in of the only lock in, I should say, from our defending side here. Awawawa is going to be the Viper, but it looks like we are also going to be seeing a Viper hovered in on the other side. And not surprised, as Viper just allows you to lock down so much on either side here.
Absolutely. Viper is, in my opinion, the only team or the only agent that is an absolute lock. Maybe the Jet as well, but Viper is absolutely needed. Like, if you do not have Viper on Icebox, then what are you doing? You are just basically throwing at that point. There is a couple of agents that can get the job done as well, like maybe Omen and Astra, but when it comes to Icebox, I think Viper's the queen. Nobody comes close to her in the controller aspect anyway.
Yeah, I'd have to agree there. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see the chamber locked in on either side. I think if you sometimes have them obviously on opposite, sites, especially on defense, it allows your other 3 to kind of play a little bit more loose and kind of feed off of, information that's been given to them, because either of those 2 can at least buy you some time on a site. We see KO on opposite sides here. So a lot of duplication. Looks like the only thing that's different would be the Sage for Sova at the bottom there.
Yeah, it is. And these picks I really like. Sage, on some of the other maps, she may not be as effective as she once was, especially since we got Sky and teams are not really starting, but they have found out that Sky does the healing job quite a bit better, as well as just more versatility in her utility pack. But on a map like Icebox, I think there is an exception to be had for Sage. There are a lot of spots where the slow orbs can be absolutely killer for the other side, and as well as the barrier orb. There's just quite a bit of uniqueness to her kit on this map because there's so much you can do with her barrier orbs and her slow orbs. But on the other side, we got Sova, which is another pretty big pick. So overall, I think these 2 team comps are very even.
Yeah, I like one, and we're actually going to be seeing it right off the rip here from Polar. Going to be going out and trying to get a little bit of recon with that dart. I like that, but I can't help but wonder if the thought process with the Sage 2, you'd mentioned, yeah, maybe you can't get the heals like a Sky, but you do give the rest of your team an ability to play a little bit more aggressive, at least once a couple of rounds, because you have that Resurrect, which can really kind of return those numbers back into your favor.
And it can, and right now, the Sage will fall, so the Resurrect will not be used this round. But the site take is coming in, and it's going to be the attacking side keeping the pressure on. That is Punani Mami taking round number 1. They had control over side for a while, but the retake was starting to swarm. But in the end, Punani Mami held it down for just long enough to get it down to a 1v1, and Nina does not miss those.
Yeah, and then, of course, we talked about it earlier. Not uncommon when we see it in Valorant, right? You win the pistol round. The question becomes, can you follow that up with a 2? Not uncommon here. And I think when you talk about, a team like Punani Mami, we had seen them have a nice early start last round. If they get a similar early start here, the question quickly becomes, do they maintain it, or do they let Awawawa come in the back door, kind of like we had seen our last game?
Either way, I think it could go either way. Like you just said, both of these teams getting started off aggressive as there's a huge fight near mid. And despite the guns advantage, despite the armor advantage, despite the every advantage possible, it is a 1-to-1 trade, and that round will be a 4 versus 4. But now the side take is coming in on the A side, and the spike will go down, and they're going to have a real tough time retaking this simply due to the lack of rifles and the lack of submachine guns.
And that was tough. We saw it there even just from flanks, right? 3 shots with the Sheriff. Wasn't able to find any sort of a connection, and since you're lacking in that guns department, got turned on there. And now at this point, just going to be left to evade. going to have to check either way. Diaz is going to be able to get the elimination. That's now 2 rounds here for Punani Mami.
That it is 2 rounds in a row. But now it might be time for Awawawa to get things started because they have the bonus round advantage. The offensive side is going to keep with their Spectres that they got from the second round. Only 1 Vandal on the board for them. And on the defensive side, the Awawawa side, they have 3 Vandals, a Phantom, and then a Guardian in the hands of Polar. So this round definitely in giving the advantage to Awawawa, but can they make it work? Flanks looking to do so with a double.
That's a nice way to start here, but we see Noku is going to be able to respond and at least get one in their favor here at this point. Noku making the wrap around yellow, but no one else really over here as far as on their squad. But with Noku getting a second pick here, then becomes the question, does Noku sit over here and maybe anticipate a rotation in from Awawawa, or do we see the rotation from Punani Mami? It looks like the answer is actually to both of those, and now we're going to have everyone converging in on B.
We might have a big 3-on-3 fight here as the utility is starting to get dumped out. The Viper wall is up. The 0 point gets thrown, does not land on anything. And the Viper's Pit already coming out. The attacking side looking to secure round 3 and keep Awawawa suppressed. Ever see Nina falling? Kai does not get the kill. It's all on Kiana now. 1 versus 1. This is a big situation. Full health for Kiana. Polar almost full health. Whatever around the Rosie. High ground. Might be over, Anakin. But Polar gets away.
Yeah, and this is big because this is big time, right? Because even if you don't have to get the slay, even though, as I'm saying, Kiana's going to be able to get it regardless, and that's going to be 3 in a row.
That it is. The Viper's Pit is not wasted. It doesn't do as much as they wished, but it still was enough to secure the round. And now 3 rounds in a row, most likely 4 rounds in a row after this round goes to the attacking Punani Mami because the eco of Awawawa is just not where it needs to be because, like you said, they're coming off of a bonus round loss, which is really big. 3 rounds in a row for a team usually means that your economy is going to be struggling, so a light buy is definitely in order for the defense.
Now, at least in your good news for you, if you're flanks, you do have those knives at your advantage, which you can actually see already started. You've gotten the first pick here, and we see now actually going to be retreating back more towards that A side as we got Kiana trying to enter into sight, but flanks again with the knives, so that's going to be 2 here for flanks. And the question becomes, are you going to be able to maintain this control over here on A? Because you can see actually more backing away from A. Not sure if they got information thinking that there's no, not expecting a rotation because you can actually see not pulling away from B. I think maybe just trying to allow a false sense of security and more play for the retake, understanding that you've got the man advantage.
There one could be the truth. All I know is that the defense has managed to pick up a Vandal. That's Manny with a Vandal that he got off of a kill. But now 35 seconds. And Punani Mami is taking it slow. They're getting as far up as possible without letting the defense know. They're going to try for a real quick plant. And it looks like they will get it. And it's going to be up to the retake here to try to deny 4 rounds in a row. But a very advantageous position for Punani Mami on this post plant.
So you see kind of playing patient. Everyone's kind of getting ready to mob up on these couple of doors. We got 3 stacked ties, flanks. Moving in, as you can see, and checking from a distance is Meow going to at least get the smoke out. I feel like we've given up a lot of room here. Turns the corner, trying to see if we can get a spray around the corner. Not going to be able to get it done. Now just going to be stuck with some M2. We've allowed too much time, and that's the defuse.
Just like that. Manny gets the ninja defuse. You have to be watching that spike because they have it all held down. It's a great hold from the offense, but they just let the spike get diffused. They had the poison cloud from the Viper on the bomb. that denied visibility, and it looks like Punani Mommies might have just forgot about it, and Manny was able to get an easy defuse, easiest of their life possibly. And just like that, Awawawa gets on the board for the first time.
Fade finds one very, very early here through the middle with a nice little cheeky angle here with the tour de force. Now possibly waiting for Noku to turn the corner, but Noku just better. And Adia's able to get one as well. And Adia's going to go ahead and pick up the friend, and that's now going to give them the man advantage.
That it is, and that's what we were talking about with that Sage. You specifically said that it can allow for one of your teammates to play a little bit more aggressive than they normally would because the Resurrect can come in. And this time it does. And even though this should be a 4 versus 4, Sage has the Resurrect, makes it a 5 versus 4 in their favor now, as they just got to hold the site down. But Kai looking to deny it.
Noku taking a quick peek back here at yellow. I think saw Polar jump, was able to only catch the foot though, so not going to be able to get a pick here, unfortunately. And now time not in your favor here, needing to make something work, and so many line of sight blockers, plus the flash coming around the corner as well. This is a tough situation to be in.
That it is, and the spike is ticking. We're getting close. Kiana taking down Kai, and Noku secures the 3K. 4 rounds now for Punani Mami. And that was a really nice round. Very coordinated. They knew exactly what they had to do to get onto that B site. They tested their luck over at mid. Did not really work, so they just pushed up through B main, and it got the job done.
So here we go, getting ready for round number 6, and I feel like right now, if you're Awawawa, gonna have to be feeling a little bit of pressure just in the fact that you don't want to be given too many more rounds for free over to Punani Mami. You gotta start getting a couple of these. I feel like part of the thing that's been working against you is just the first 1v1s always seem to be going in favor of Punani Mami. Maybe just need to slow things down just a hair bit here. We see though, they're quickly looking to make a push into A as we're hanging on with Evade. Oh no. They see him?
Did they see him? I don't think so.
Oh, they saw him.
They definitely saw him. Evade will fall. They tried to find a cheeky shot, but man, they just saw him. I loved we both asked the same question at the same time. And now it's a 4 versus 4 off of that interesting situation, which goes in the favor of the offense.
And now, I mean, you still have a little bit of time here, right? If you're Punani Mami, playing things patiently, understanding now you've got some footsteps up in kitchen here. If you're Noku trying to take the angle, going to be able to find the pick on the Manny. And we're going to be seeing Nina go ahead and go for the plant, but flanks hits those from distance. And now with the spike down, we've also got the Viper's pit coming out, which is going to make things interesting as we see trying to go for the retake here as a wow. But I mean, what do you do here?
There's Nina knowing exactly what they have to do. What they have to do is get a couple kills. There's the 3rd on their round, and Adia will end this round. And there's not much you really can do if you are part of the Awawawa team. Viper is such a huge agent on this map. And when she has that Viper's pit down on that B site, it is almost impenetrable.
So now, already looking at almost being at that magic number 6 that we have talked about earlier in the broadcast, right? When you're starting off that first half and you know that every round after that is going to contribute to a lead here. And if you're Punani Mami, knowing that in round 7, you could already be looking at your 6th point, definitely going to be feeling good. And in similar situation like we had talked about before for them, the slay capacity really being across the board. I mean, just a collective of frags from everybody.
That it is. Ooh,
Okay.
Nice shot from Evade, though. That might give this team an opportunity to sneak away with their second round. Great positioning again. No TP, so he is going at this angle raw. Kiana does make their way pretty deep into sight, so this is going to be a rough angle. Nino trying to get spiked down, but out comes the Hunter's Fury on the defense and evade. Misses the shot, forced to fall back. Kiana swings, gets the upper hand of that battle. 4 versus 4, flanks. Takes down Nina, that gets rid of the Viper, so now they have no sight denial whatsoever. There's another one, that's Kiana. Now they have no utility denial. Now they have no heals. It's all Jet to try to save this round.
Yeah, and that's tough because, of course, also the spike being down, you've got to make a move 24 seconds time. Not being on your side does look like, oh, I thought was going to maybe fall back and try and at least just worry about the one rifle, at least make sure you're not giving away too much of the economy. But instead, even with the knife and the flash, going to go ahead and move up just a little bit here. Might be able to try and make something happen, but instead, Polar turns the corner. And that's going to be round number 2, or sorry, round number 2 here for Awawawa.
And it is, and this can be the start of a streak. With that round, it gives them a little bit more money. A lot of them stayed alive. It was 4-0 the end of that last round, so a lot of money is left over. Meanwhile, on the side of the Punani Mami, they might be struggling in a couple of rounds. Meow is struggling, but they have the Blade Storm, which can act as a primary, and that's exactly how they're going to use it for this round number 8.
And we can see this time more playing a little more aggressive, moving very quickly here onto site. Going to be following on the backs of those knives, but flanks falling. Manny don't want to be able to pick up the double, though, as Evade also picks one up here for Awawawa. That's actually going to be another one here for Evade as well. Woo!
Meow had a perfect opportunity to open up so much space. And I don't know what happened. Did that corner player just get transported to the Matrix or something? All I know is that those knives should have landed. We did not see their point of view, but man, that is heartbreaking for Meow.
Yeah, we had just seen try to make that push in and kind of got shut down right at that pipes connection. And once they pushed past there, it just seemed like it's almost like once you pushed back, you were just signing your life over, unfortunately. And the good news, you're still up by you still got a couple of rounds here in your favor, but you know, now you've got rifles back on your side. That's the good news for you if you're Punani Mami. And you only need one more to be at that magic number 6. Meow turns the corner, finds a heady, but flanks gets one in return.
Trade off keeps things at an even slate. And flanks keeps doing the head peek and gets punished for it. Bad flanks. Stop cheating the system. 4 versus 3 now for the Punani Mami side. And they have considerable ground on the A site. But of course, Kai is still there, still causing problems for Punani Mami. And Polar's looking to add to those problems. 50 seconds to go. The 1-man advantage, like I said, still in their favor. Not for long, though, as that will make it a 2-man advantage. Noku switches out the Spectre for a Vandal. And now, this is looking real nice because the silent rotate comes in. Adia's going to get spiked down, and it's going to force Polar in a 1v4.
And that was absolutely huge because you had already gotten the 1 pick on the A side. Plus, you're coming in on the other side. You had mentioned that quiet rotate. Noku pokes their head out. That's the 3-piece there. And if you're looking here as Punani Mami, you're able to keep a couple of those rifles, not even a couple of those rifles, quite a few of those rifles in hand, and you're already at 6 on the board.
6 is the magic number, like you say. You know, Schoolhouse Rock taught me that 3 was the magic number, and your boy Q teaching me that 6 is the magic number. Which one's right?
I mean, to be fair, 6 isn't like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, see?
Yeah, that's right. That is right. I completely forgot about that. I forgot how multiplication works, guys.
Now, I like seeing here again, looking to play, it looks like at least, rather aggressive. maybe potentially pushing into this A side. That recon bolt's going to at least give away a little bit of the information on this push. Flank's going to have to push back a little bit here. Now down into the 4v4. I thought Manny X was going to be able to find the headshot on a Meow. That wasn't the case, unfortunately. But you can still see, committed to this push is our squad from Punani Mami. Flanks just sitting here. Meow is about to turn the corner. That's a headshot. Able to get the second one as well. It's a three-piece thus far. Kai takes the fries, but Flank's still going to be able to pick up the shake. That's going to be point number 4, 6-4 here.
2-round deficit now. As a great job by Flanks, really stepping up, getting 4 kills to ensure that the deficit does not get out of hand, keeping it at a 2-round lead for Punani Mami. And now, if you are Punani Mami, you are struggling just a little bit. Once again, your economy is not quite where it needs to be. You got a Sheriff and Light as well as a Vandal and Light on your team. Everyone else is fine. But those 2 players might make things a little bit difficult. Has great shot from Flanks right there. Noku on the receiving end of that. 1-man advantage going to Awawawa early. And looks like Punani Mami's a little bit unsure of where they want to go.
Oh, and Adia unfortunately reached in to go for the ult orb, which gave their location away. Easy turn with the tour de force. And like we also had one fall on the opposite side as well. So right now, eating it up right now. Uwa. And now the question becomes, how many more can you keep standing here? There's 2 rounds left in this hat, Finn. If you could keep Econ looking good on your side, knowing that we're going to have a couple of rifles not get bought, that would be really good. You could potentially be tying things up as we see Flanks taking down Meow.
Now this 3-man advantage. This is getting a little out of hand for Punani Mami. They're going to try to make their way onto the A site silently, but it's not going to work out in their favor unless they can get a couple of headshots, because the defense knows and they're starting to pump some utility out. The spike should go down here, but out comes the cavalry. 5 players all pushing in at once. Kiana, though, in an advantageous position. Gets the first one and dips out of the way. Gets out of trouble. Still, very rough spot for this squad. Nina, though, evens it up a little bit, but Polar and Evade quickly shut it down before it really gets started.
And now we're at that situation I was just talking about. You save 3 rifles here. If you're Awawawa, you get round number 5 as well. And now you're heading into the last round of the half. And let's take a look-see here. You're going to have a couple of half shields, a Spectre as well. Meanwhile, on your side, you've got Flanks, who's going to have the knives ready and still have a Vandal. You've got another Vandal, 2 Phantoms, an Op. I think we might be going into half tied here.
Would not surprise me. Like you said, the operator in the hands of Evade, looking to cause some problems. And with his position, he might do it, but they actually decide to run back. They use their rendezvous and they get out of trouble, but there was really no trouble to be found. But right now, we see KO, that's Manny, holding behind yellow, looking to get a cheeky kill. But this is a really rough spot to be in. There's no real way to get away. He might be one and done.
Evade holding this angle here. Sees the peak, but not going to be able to find a connection. That's tough. Is able to find the connection, though. Is Manny, finds the noggin of Noku. Still, though, left behind yellow. Evade still also watching the opposite angle and watching from a different side. We're going to be seeing Meow coming across and going to be able to get the pick.
And a little bit of deja vu here as we saw these teams go pick for pick. But the Sage comes in, and then the Viper ult is popped shortly after. 2 kills from the ult coming out. One of them is the Blade, and the other one is a mix of the Viper's Pit along with the Snake Bite Molly. And the rotates coming through. Punani Mami calling off the B push, but Polar might be looking to intercept. They've just got a peek, and they're not going to do it. They're going to let him go right past and let him go into the hands of Flanks. There might not be enough time, though. 9 seconds to go. They're in a foot race to get on site. They're going to have to pop this down as soon as they get there. And they're not going to get it!
And they invested
Oh my
the
goodness!
Viper's pit too. You invest the pit and you're still not able to get it down here. And now that's going to lead to a half. And now it's all tied up after what we had thought was going to be potentially Punani Mami running away with things because it was 5-1 halfway through the first half. Now it's tied up.
Yeah, it is. That was a very unfortunate end to that round from the side of Punani Mami, but sometimes that's just how things go. And one thing, if you look at the timeline on the scoreboard, it's really satisfying because it's 3-1, 2-2, 1-3. So that's just kind of nice to look at.
You know,
I just had to point that out.
But now that I'm looking at it, that does look pretty. I'm not gonna lie. Now that I'm all right, I can kind of see what you're going for here. But I feel like right now, if you're Awawawa, you've got 5 of the last 6 rounds. You've got Evade here, head hunting. Unfortunately, going to be falling to Meow after just 1 frag, but it has bought enough room for the rest of the squad. As you can see, rolling up on into A. Manny even able to take a look, and around this corner right here, going to be able to get 2 before falling to Nina.
Great positioning from Manny. They do not get to see the end of the round, but I don't think Nina will be either. The jumping classic always gets the job done. And with that, Punani Mami starting to fall behind as the pistol round goes in favor of Awawawa.
Yeah, now the question becomes, when are you going to be able to pump the brake on this momentum, right? Because we had talked about earlier a couple of times, right? Once you win the pistol round, you're almost expected to win the second, which means then we're looking at 8-6. You have won 5 in a row. You have won 7 of the last 8, right? And if the momentum in that snowball keeps rolling, your margin for error for Punani Mami continues to dwindle. So this round, even though it's very early, it's only round 14 in a 7-6 matchup, very, very crucial.
That it is. This is huge for momentum. And Manny flooring Meow's momentum as the tailwind comes in. But they get shot down right in the middle of the animation. Spike goes down. No sweat needed from the attackers. Only dropping 1 person, and that was Evade. So they will have a 1-man advantage for this post plant. And honestly, Punani Mami not looking too strong on this round.
Yeah, now it does look like we can see that Kiana's on the other side. It even looks like that our team from Wawa very aware that there's the chance of somebody back there. Nice wall coming out here, but unfortunately Adia goes down. Manny actually finds 2 over there, which is 3 thus far. Now you just hope to find Kiana here, who's going to turn the corner. Go Shawty, it's your birthday, before KY1 rounds out the round.
And you were just talking about you're expected to win the round right after the pistol. That's what happened. 8-6 is the score line now, and this is a huge round for Punani Mami, because with that puts Awawawa at 5 rounds in a row, 2 rounds over the largest streak that we've had so far. They cannot let Awawawa get another one, because then they're going to be really biting their nails. This is the best round they've had on this half so far. It is the bonus round. Of course it is. So they have the advantage here. So winning this round is crucial. And Noku gets this round started off exactly how they need it.
Yeah, off to the right foot here. We're going to be seeing Kiana also sending that out. Unfortunately, did get spotted out, at least out by the owl drone. KY1 coming quickly across the way here, going for a quick spike plant here on our A side, up on the elevated angle. And once this Viper's wall does go down, we can probably anticipate is coming in, but Meow actually turns the corner, finds 1, finds 2 actually. Oh my goodness, Noku also finds 1, so that's going to leave it all up to Flanks, but Flanks has had a pretty good game thus far. Finds 2, is on a, oh my goodness, it's 4! I thought was about to see the ace, but not able to pull it off Adia. That was big.
That was huge. Oh my, If we saw that clutch, I was about to go ham, dude. That would have been the ultimate heartbreaker for Punani Mami right there. You finally have a round. It's in your grips. You just have to get the spike defuse. You got 4 other guys defending you, and you let it go. That would have been horrible. That might have ruined the mentality for the entire team and lost in the game.
Yeah, honestly, if you pull off that ace there, that would have been, that's one of those just maybe I need to take a timeout sort of moments. But regardless, you're able to pull things off here, win the round. That's your first round in the half here as well. The question becomes, are you able to maintain that momentum? Because we can see he forced a couple of these rifles. This round going to be very, very important, and Meow, unfortunately, going to fall.
And it just gets worse for Punani Mami right there. After almost allowing a 1 versus 5, they get Meow taken down when Meow had such an advantage over everyone on the offensive side. Noku, Pop Flash comes out, and they fall. Nowhere for them to go. 1-man advantage still. However, they got the Viper's Pit in their favor. Kai 1, though, gets shut down. Nina on their 3rd kill here, and the retake might be coming in. Aggressive position for the defense. This is big.
We see Nina was able to fake it, was going to go for another fake, but Flanks turns the corner with the Guardian. That 1 tap, not able to do it there, but there's not enough time for the defuse, and this is going to allow for point number 9 here, at least, from Awawawa.
And I'm not sure what Flanks was doing. Did his ego get the best of him? He could have definitely ran away through main, but no, he decided to push up through and get a last kill. But either way, he might not have had much because he popped the ult, so he probably did not have a primary. That's probably what he was going for. There was nothing really to say for the next round, so I guess it makes sense. Anyway, the round was won, so a little bit of ego chasing right there. It's not the end of the world. 2-round lead is now back, and Punani Mami is on another light buy.
We see here, though, going to be trying to make a pretty aggressive push potentially into our A side here. There's going to be at least a quick heal as they fall back, looking to potentially have to aim for the retake, but Meow is going to fall as well as Noku, and that does mean that the guns advantage is going to be highly in favor of Awawawa.
That it is an idea. You just got to get a head angle, and Evade is going to snap right to it, I believe. But Adia, taking it slow, peeking around, manages to secure the first kill. And everyone knows the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. But it looks like the legs have broken and no more miles will be walked. Double digits is reached. And Punani Mami has been shut down yet again. That's 2 rounds in a row. But in the last 8 rounds, Punani Mami has only been able to get 1.
Yeah, and that's tough here because now also you've got quite a few. I mean, the momentum on your side. You mentioned I mean, you've only won 1 here recently. You're up 5-1. Now you're down by 3, and we've got Awawawa 3 rounds away from taking our first map here in our finals of our Frost Esports Whiteout Weekly.
That we are. And really quick, I do want to mention, Flanks has almost double the kills on anyone else, of everyone on the Punani Mami side. He has the same amount of kills as the top 2 fraggers combined, which is outrageous. It's not like this is a 10-4 or a 10-2. This is a 10-7. This is a pretty close game, in all honesty.
Flanks just breaking out the backpack, trying to bring home number 1, adding to that kill count there as we speak, finds another body, but right now going to be in the 3v3. It does look like that Polar trying to buy some space here on the CT side of A, as you can see, and actually more locking down this door is Polar, as we can hear, starting to fake the plant, going to force a little bit of engagement from Adia. Adia turns the corner, though, and Polar able to find a head.
Great crossfire right there from that player, leaving it all up to Meow. Ooh, the recoil just a bit too much. You got to pull your mouse down a little bit more than that. But you can't take back what is already done. 32 kills for Flank, 11 rounds on the board for Awawawa, and they are only 2 rounds away from taking map number 1. And the buy is looking a little bit sketchy on the Punani Mami side, but you have to take these light buys. You do not want to play for OT just yet. You want to keep everyone out. They might have to do that because they're only 1 round away from it, and they do not have the economy to deny match point.
Yeah, and it's interesting because you still have 2 rifles that were brought in on the board, which it's going to make even if you win this or if you drop this round, a couple rifles you'll be able to put up on the board, but a couple you won't. Evade. Gonna be looking in here with the Tour de Force, trying to see if you can find something in the middle. Nobody able to be found. I thought Nina might poke their head out there, but that isn't going to be the case. You can see though, while locking down the middle, the rest of the squad are going to be able to quickly rotate their way into A as nobody else is going to be there. But if Evade can keep moving up here through this mid blue and up into pallet, this could be a recipe for disaster when we talk about for Punani Mami if they don't clear him.
This is just everything going wrong for Punani Mami. Basically just being found out flanks. 3 in a row. Who is right? Unreal shots from this player. 1-man advantage still as a couple of kills come out from Punani Mami. That's Kai with the first, Manny with the finish. Match point has been reached. But I don't think Punani Mami has enough money to stop it. They got a couple of Vandals, but Meow does not have enough to buy. So they play for OT, and they're going to have to get 5 in a row to let that come true. But it's going to be real difficult. I don't think this is going to happen.
Bruh, Flanks is sitting on 35 of them things right now. That is absolutely insane. And Flanks, I was going to say, was going to break the knife out, but unfortunately, at least for now, going to get canceled. Of course, you can still break them things out at a later time in the round if you want to. Playing this thing rather slow here is Awawawa. Maybe potentially looking to make a push. Down B long Manny, trying to see if you can at least get the first clear. Not going to actually invest all the way around. It does look like actually our squad going to go ahead and rotate this thing over towards the A side. And you can see a lot of patience right now coming from Punani and Mami. No one really moving just quite yet. We are going to want to keep an eye. Well, I was going to say if Meow does decide to move around, but no, actually they're staying back on the site itself. It's 50 seconds still left. You do have the time, but the problem becomes if it's still a 5v5, you've got to hold a lot of angles while getting this spike down. And I understand why you've got the patience, but time is not of the essence.
It is not. Evade takes down Kiana, but not before Kiana can take down the KO of their own team. Flanks puts their team up by 1 man. Evade. Perfect shot on Adia. And Meow gets the res on the KO. That makes things a little bit easier. But Kai not making it any easier. Keeping the foot on the gas pedal. Viper's Pit popped out. One more kill. And map 1 is going to the side of Awawawa. 13-7 is the final score. And what a string of rounds in the second half.
13-7. And please keep in mind as we are watching the replay showing here of everything winding down, but this was 5-1 at one point. You turn it around 13-7. And I think match MVP, very easy decision looking at the scoreboard here. Planks going 36-12. That is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. Flanks is a huge player, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in game number 2, because the first map went to blanking Awawawa very decisively, but like you said, it was 5-1 in favor of Punani Mami at the turning point. And dare I say, this might be another instant of Punani Mami letting off the gas when they have a lead.
I don't know if it was maybe so much. It could have been. I feel like this was just more of Awa just came in. I think it was, need to get the fingers and the wrists warmed back up, dropping those first couple rounds. But then once flanks warmed up, it is worth noting that not a single player from Punani Mami went positive that last round. I mean, whereas on the other side, yeah, when I say you only had one go negative and you had one, two go even with lower frags, but just showing the ability to, stay upright and be able to stay alive, be able to give that information, showing just how much it adds to the scoreboard across the board from Awawawa.
I gotta agree. Once they got their fingers and wrists all warmed up, they drank some of their overkill labs and got the ball rolling. They were unstoppable. But we will be going to a short break. When we return, it will be map number 2. We are going to Haven. So make sure you stick around for that.
Cold at the touch, dead in the eyes. No signs of life no more. I put your love under the knife. Leave me to die here all alone. No signs of life no more, no. A crying dove may never fly. It's black and white. Yeah. Black and white. Oh, 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 oh. It's black and white. Come on, baby. Love, no more, baby. Black and white. Come on, baby. Love, no more, baby. It's black and white. Just let me go. It's only right. For all I know, it's only matter. It's calico. It's black and white. White, white, white. Just let me go. It's only right. For all I know, it's only matter. It's calico. It's black and white. White, white, white. It's black and white. Yeah. Black and white. Oh, 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 oh. It's black and white. It's black and white. Oh, I got lost on the way to you in an orange sky by the ocean blue. Every mile lost, my soul renewed, taken by the sunrise and the golden view. Walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me. Time is losing all its meaning, like I'm living in a dream, and I've been chasing all the feelings I need. It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments where all I know is coming into focus, and now I see. It's in these moments. It's in these moments. Oh, I know that you've been waiting. It's in these moments. Oh, I got lost on a winding road in the dark of night with the stars aglow. Heaven's up above, got me below as I head to you like the river flows. Walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me. Time is losing all its meaning, like I'm living in a dream, and I've been chasing all the feelings I need. It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments where all I know is coming into focus, and now I see. It's in these moments. It's in these moments. It's in these moments. It's in these moments. It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments where all I know is coming into focus, and now I see. It's in these moments. Just tell me where you wanna go. Let me take you there. You see, I've been around the globe. I've seen a lot, babe. But I wanna see what's above. I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time, I can see us
take a plane and take a boat. I don't really care, just as long as it will get us there. Cause I wanna see what's above, I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a pool right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should go. Get set, go, take off. We can leave it all behind. Why? Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a pool right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should both get set, go, take off.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Whiteout Weekly Tournament. I'm still Starcoin here. I am still joined by your boy Q over there on the right. And tonight, we have had a couple of great matches, and we are in for another great map. It is map 2 of the grand finals. We are going to Haven with Punani Mami on defense. Q, we've seen Haven before earlier on in the night. So what are we thinking from these two teams?
You know, I am going to be really wanting to keep an eye on how these, maybe not the first 2 rounds go. Although obviously the first 2 rounds are points on the board, but we all know pistol round, then obviously the bonus round after that. But once we get to the rifle round, I want to see kind of how Punani Mami's doing and where their mental may potentially be at, right? Because we had just seen them struggling quite a bit. Now you've got to defend a whole nother site. As we talked about, we saw earlier in the day, right? Like you now no longer, you have to play a little bit thinner. You have to worry about that communication, those rotations. If we see them start to get under pressure early, I want to see how they respond because as we'd talked about heading into the grand final, neither team really tested during the semifinals. This is going to be really big for them.
That it is. But there is one thing that you have to keep in mind because Awa, they had their semifinal match on Haven. Let's not forget that. They have Haven experience from today. Just a couple of hours ago, they were on Haven. So they might be a little bit more used to the map. But with that, I believe the time for wait is over. And we are ready to get into map number 2. And now I believe this was actually Awawa's pick. Yes, this was Awawa's pick. So seems like they were quite confident coming off of their semifinal bout against the Mango Marauders to have it as your first pick in the grand finals.
Yeah, and it's going to be big here, right? Especially, riding high here. This is your map if you're Awawawa. And I mean, we can, I'm going to be intrigued to see what kind of strategies they bring out here early. I mean, we can see locking in some people to create some room here earlier. Obviously, with the rays, you've got the smokes coming in with the omen as well. It looks like trying to play this aggressive. I like it.
Yeah, they are. They're trying to play aggressive. And like we saw on the last map on Haven, Punani or Awa was able to open up so much space with that Rays play. And looks like they're going to try to do that again. Flanks on the Rays yet again. Kai on the Omen. Very similar comp from their last time on Haven. So honestly, this comp does not surprise me at all, considering how dominantly they won their semifinal match.
Now, I got to ask, do you think the double heals here, is that because of the pressure that they have seen from Awawawa coming off in game 1 and then as well as kind of expecting here in the game 2? So you got Sky and a Sage. I feel like it's a lot of investment on a map where you kind of need to have some players who can kind of defend for themselves, not be so much worried about helping the rest of the team. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The double healer, it's an interesting strategy. Not too confident about it, if I'm being 100% honest. I just think that Sage pick could have been used for either a second duelist or a second initiator, like maybe a KO, or for the duelist, maybe a I'm blanking on the name. What is their name? I don't know. A second duelist of some sort because I forgot the name of the Valorant agents.
Neon?
But
Phoenix?
Neon. That's the one. Yes, Neon, Ascent, or Haven. There's a lot of open spaces for her to work her magic. So Neon could have been a viable option on Haven, but no, they decided to go with the Sage pick.
Yeah, you had mentioned about the concern, and I do have to agree just because I think that shows what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say it's a lack of confidence, but maybe just a little bit of concern. And I feel like when you're needing to turn this thing around, you need to win 2 maps in a row. You need to be on your A game, especially against a team like Awawawa, who we had seen last map was able to get that control and able to just go on a run with it here. So starting things off, as we can see, Noku went down early. So right now, Awawawa still sitting with 5. As we've still got the pistols, it looks like they're going for a very quick push into A here.
That they are. Kiana does manage to secure the first, but the blast pack gets the Rays far enough away to deny. Nina forced to rotate all the way through their own spawn. It'll be a 1 versus 4 retake, and I think it's safe to call this pistol round going in favor of Awawawa.
Yeah, I mean, unless Nina can pull some sort of magic, which to be fair, I'm here for it. If you're able to do it, let's go, Nina. But yeah, I think this is going to be our first round, kind of going in the direction that we were kind of anticipate. Awawawa with 3 players still standing here as well. I'm going to be intrigued to see if we talk about often, usually you win the first, you anticipate the second. But again, once these rifles start coming out in round 3, I think that's going to be the big point for Punani Mami. If we don't see them start to put up the rounds, then we got to start worrying about the mental.
That is true. Once the rifles get brought into the question, that's when things start getting serious for Punani Mami, because that's when they start to thrive. whenever they have the rifles on their side and they can start bringing out the big guns, that's when they start to thrive. However, we saw in the last map that Awawawa played, whenever they got the rifles, they also started to thrive and they were causing some real problems for the other side. So we're just gonna have to see which one of these teams is better on the rifle, as Seaside given up very easily to the side of Awawa.
And we had seen a really good haunt there, allowed for so much space on the side of Awawawa to come into the site here. And now with 4v1, Kiana going to be the last one left standing, only a classic in hand. And, you know, everyone turning the corner. And yeah, that's going to be round number 2, just as expected, like clockwork here. But here's going to be the big thing is, you know, now I want to see the 3 Spectres. Do we change those to rifles or nah? Because if nah, that means Eco is going to be so good in favor of our team from Awawawa, regardless, right? Regardless if they win or lose, because you got so many people not investing money here. This is the round, right? I had mentioned once rifles start coming out, I'm going to be intrigued to see if Punani Mami can at least start getting a couple rounds on the board.
Yeah, me as well. And you might be wondering why you're seeing our faces. We had a tech pause come in, but looks like the team actually called it off. So temporary issue, but looks like they got control of everything. So we'll be getting back into the game in just a couple seconds. Sorry for jump scaring you like that, but we're not going to be here for long. Round number 3 going to be getting underway really soon. And this is the bonus round. So the guns are in favor of the defending Punani Mamis. However, we know what these players can do with a little bit less firepower than their opposition. Punani Mami's going to have to pay them a little bit of respect, even with the bigger guns.
Yeah, and this is that round. Going to be crucial because now the guns are in your favor, and we're going to be seeing turning the corner. And actually, still with the man advantage is Awawawa. 4 versus 3. Turning the corner very quick with the double satchel. Get entry into the site. No one going to be here. They're going to need to make their way through a tunnel. We do see going up into the heaven stairs, actually, is Nina. The question is, when they make this coordinated push around this corner, what happens? Because we can see we've actually fallen back with the rendezvous. No, still up in the corner is Nina. But now we've got the Prowler comes out that allows us to turn the corner here, and still leaving 4 standing here is Awawawa. This could be tough.
This is going to be tough. Awawawa with that round cements momentum, cements economic control over this match. And they have successfully put pressure on Punani Mami, which is exactly what they want. Punani Mami don't respond well to pressure, because once they get under pressure, they start to panic. But another thing, it's kind of a little weird bit of strategy. When they're in those high tense situations, that's when they struggle. But when they're also in control, that's also when they struggle. So it's kind of a team that does very well in the medium. But when you get to the extremes on either side, they start playing a little bit shaky, which is something I've not seen before.
And I thought Meow was going to be able to at least get one before falling. Not going to be the case. KY1 currently, or not KY1, sorry, Polar was sitting on a little bit of health, and Nina actually going to be able to get the connection there. So it's back to a 4v4. We see some utility coming out here trying to make an entry into the site, but no dice thus far. A couple of people stacked up into a tunnel here. Flash coming in and try and get the entry, but yeah, Kai got a 3-piece. Evade's gotten 1. Kiana's gonna be the last one standing, and I don't think he really got anything but to do but turn the corner and pray here.
The big iron is on the hip of Kiana. Kiana maybe just decide to pull out the sheriff for the memes, give a little homage to Marty Robbins, but the shot doesn't land, at least not on the head. It does a bit of damage, but it's not enough to secure the kill. Another almost flawless round, but one of them does fall. And look at how much money this side has. Awawawa. Their poorest player has 5,450 creds to their name.
Yeah, this is, impressive. I mean, KY1 hasn't even died once. Anybody who has only died in two of their rounds, right? Which is what's really helped contribute to that economy because you're not having to reinvest for those rifles. So now, Econ, you're good for a round or two. And even this round, you're playing into 2 Spectres. So you've got the advantage, looking to now turn 4 into 5 here. And now at this point, you have the ability to play it slow because when you slow it down after initially starting with the pedal down to the metal, that is going to put that little bit of passive pressure onto the squad here. We're going to see the smoke comes out, which stops this push just for a second, spraying through the wall, knowing from the Seekers coming out, and Manny's going to be able to get one, but Noku responds with a double.
Everything was going right for Awawawa until it wasn't. I don't know what happened, just maybe a lapse of judgment from some of the players or just the shots not connecting, but that was going really well for them until it was just floored by Punani Mami. But if I'm Punani Mami, I am taking that any day of the week because, hey, that gives me a round, that gives me some money, and also it just helps our mental out a little bit because they dominated that round despite a lot of utility being used from the offense.
So now it is 4-1. You've gotten your first point onto the board here. If you're Punani Mami, now we're going to be seeing, though, still, unfortunately, Econ not in the best of positions just in the sense that you've got Kiana not having a full rifle, right? You're just rocking in with a Spectre, but otherwise looking pretty solid. You've got a couple ults available here at your disposal as well. You've got the knives, you've got the Tour de Force available, but you also have to worry about that Tour de Force on the opposite side. We can see kind of falling back away from that mid push here, looking to maybe more focus this rotation towards that A side. So as we see Evade leading the charge, the question becomes, do we try and prioritize that A short, or do we go down the long haul? And it does look like the long haul is the option, at least until we see the slow warp come out.
And the ulti comes out from Omen. Meow, bad spot. Paint Shell almost get the kill, but that's what flanks his guns for. The rifle gets the one tap, and Meow falls. A 5 versus 3 now for the offense. Kiana rocking with the Spectre, brings the bird out, gets the flash on Evade, but it doesn't throw him off one bit. Evade staying posted, finishing Nina's round, and the chamber battle is won. And with every second that ticks by, this round is just more and more secure.
And that's tough there. You're stuck by the slow. Then you've got the Prowler coming at you, which you're forced to obviously try and get rid of. And once again, that's 4 standing. And I mean, just look here as far as from the side of Meow is trying to see if you could make something happen. So much utility coming out, try to turn the corner, and unfortunately takes a nap without being able to get the trade. And I feel like that's kind of been the story of how these rounds start, right? You try and, get at least the first 1v1, but each time it just seems to go in the favor of Awawawa.
That it does, and Awawawa is using that to their advantage. They know that they are a team that's hard to stop, especially when they are playing that real aggressive style that they like to play. They're going to keep it up. The first engagement does go to Punani Mami. There's still quite a bit of time left in this round. There's flanks. Evening this round up, making this round a 4 versus 4. A lot of mid is in control of Awawawa. Actually, let me rephrase that. The entirety of mid is in their grasp, but they're not going to take the B site. They're going to try to rotate around to A, but here's Nina. Headshot, 1 down. Tour de Force gets the first shot landed. Now, 3 versus 3 is Polar finds the shot onto Meow over near A or B to C link. And now this is rough. 1-man advantage for the offense. 2-man advantage for the offense as it's all on Nina with the Tour de Force.
Polar has gotten 3 this round. The question is, are you going to be able to find the 4th here, Nina? Opting to go for that headhunter. over the tour de force. No, actually does the tour de force go ahead and break that thing out. I think that's the smarter play here. But time of the essence here, as we're going to be hearing the timer ticking down. Polar able to get the 4-piece, and that is now going to be a 6th round here for Awawawa, and in a situation that is so familiar, 6-1.
6-1 for Awawawa, and Punani Mami really struggling. They are on another eco, so this will most likely be going to Awawawa as well. But it's not looking too good. This is an attack-sided map, but 6-1, it's still not looking good. It doesn't matter if it's an attack-sided map or not. 6-1 is not a great score line.
Yeah, I think right now you're just kind of hoping. Now, here's going to be the good news for you if you are Punani Mami. If you can get one on the board here, and then if you can at least get a little bit of momentum, you could quickly close this gap, depending on an econ swing. But that's going to really, like, it would involve a 180, because not only are you winning rounds, but you are winning rounds big as well. So we see investing a lot of util here to be able to very quickly make our way through garage. You can see Adia showing a lot of patience, goes through the one-way, 2 people sitting there waiting for him there. And now it's going to be up to Kiana and Nina to try and make something happen over at C.
Kiana gets the blind, but this is so rough because you got to get your way on the site. And with just a sheriff, it's not gonna happen. He's running back just to get shot down by Polar. That'll actually be through the wall. And once again, we see the glorious scoreline of 7-1. As a Rocket League caster, I love it because it is the glorious scoreline of the Germany and Brazil World Cup match in 2014. And man, is it a meme. You know about 7-1?
I very vaguely know about it. I've started tipping my toes into the Rocket League realm, and I'm not that much of a veteran, but I've heard the story once or twice.
Yeah. Oh, well, thankfully we're casting Valorant, so that doesn't matter. 5-2-3 early on, as we're still talking about the scoreline. 5 versus 2. Kiana, though, they're really nice with that Vandal out of bullets. And Manny will overwhelm Kiana. 1 versus 3 for Nina. And this is not looking good. But if there's any player on Punani Mami that can do it, I think it might be Nina.
Yeah, I mean, going to need to do it here, because, I mean, this would turn it into 8, which wouldn't be good. I mean, especially because we know the econ, they definitely invested pretty heavy this time around. And we're getting close towards the end of the half. Yeah, it's going to be now 8-1. 3 rounds left in this half here. And, man, things not looking pretty. As you had mentioned, yeah, known a little bit to be the attacker side of the map. Attacker-sided map. I mean, it makes sense, right? You've got 3 different options as far as where you want to plant that sucker. But we're going to be going into round number 10. We've got a Shorty out. We've got a Spectre out. We've got 3 half shields from the sides of Punani Mami. This is this is not pretty, to be honest.
This is Punani Mami's maybe revenge arc if they can start tagging on rounds, but this round's going to be really difficult because you got a very broken buy in Polar just suppressing fire. Nina finds a couple of shots with the Guardian and dips out of there. But it's a 1-man advantage for the side of Awawawa. And with the Rolling Thunder, it's just going to get worse. Nina falls, and A site has been completely surrendered, and the spike will get planted. It seems like we are watching a video on loop with how textbook that site take was.
Yeah, I mean, that was just really well done. I mean, their coordination has honestly been a sight for sure. And then you get the flawless round here in round number 10. And I don't care if you win the next 2 rounds. I'm not hearing nothing about that one thing that we don't mention about anyways. But just firm control, 9-1 here right now from Awawawa. I mean, just really, really.
brilliant. It is simply brilliant. Awawawa is completely controlling this game, controlling with a capital CONTOLLING. All caps throughout the word. They are dominating this round. And here's the thing. The top frag only has 11 kills. It doesn't seem like it. It seemed like it would be more, but there haven't been that many rounds played despite the high score from Awawawa. Speaking of which, Showstopper comes out from flanks, but it does not do his duty. And Spike goes down on B.
There it is. Trying to see again. Just, I mean, the coordination now peeking around into A here. And this is tough. You've got the bomb, or you got the spike down, I was going to say, but Noku turns the corner. Able to get the updraft to avoid that. Now things starting to turn into their favor a little bit, at least until Evade finds 2 headies. And it's going to be left with Noku with 8 HP. And a Dream able to turn, though, finds the headshot. Oh,
Clock's
no.
ticking.
Oh, going to have to surrender this up, though. That's going to be tough. That's 10 on the board. We are 3 rounds away for Awawawa.
Last round before the switch.
That we are one more round in the half, and most likely this round will be going to Awawawa as well. Because we have another broken buy on the side of Punani Mami. And you got a couple of light shields, Guardian for Nina, as well as a Spectre for Kiana. And I just don't think it's going to be enough to defend against the all 5 rifles of Awawawa.
This is tough, man. I mean, you just know on the side of Punani Mami, you know, the spirit's probably down a little bit, understanding the pressure right now, knowing where they're at. And I think part of it, you know, we had mentioned heading in with the double healer, feeling like it's them, you know, almost maybe over respecting the other side, not playing their game. And it just seems like they're letting Awawawa do whatever they want. Awawawa going to be once again trying to take control of this middle here. Adia not going to be able to get a connection, but Kiana and Nina both finding a pick.
And this could possibly go the way of Punani Mami, but Kiana with just a Spectre is going to be rough. Especially when Polar and Manny both have Phantoms and full shields. And the Spike is down on the complete other side of the map. Kiana is going to have to book it over there and then get a couple of kills. Found a Phantom on the ground. So Kiana moving up in the world, but it might be to just be strict down by Manny at long.
And we're going to see here quickly making the turn, trying to make the way through short. Understand that they're probably already made their way onto site, and that they have. That's going to be a very easy frag for Manny. And that is now 11 to 1. 11 to 1 at halftime. That is absolutely insane here. I mean, you can just see as far as on the replay, just in control from the word go on that last round.
Yeah, it was. And let's be real for a sec. For Punani Mami to win this map, they have to win 12 in a row.
You need a miracle, yeah.
Yeah, you need a miracle. You need 12 in a row. This is not... I don't think this is optional. I don't think playing for OT is a question at this point. If they drop one more round, they are losing this match, and they're going home in second place.
Well, I mean, especially because we're starting here on that pistol round, right? We know how much the pistol round, the one round usually leads to 2, and you're 2 rounds away from victory here. If you are Awawawa. Kiana, though, going to be able to find the first frag. Nice shot with the ghost. We got Evade looking to go headhunting here in the middle. Finds one. Tries to break out the classic for a second. Not going to be the case. Quickly making their way through the garage here is Punani Mami. The question becomes, do we make a push into C or do we make it into B? An unfortunate slow orb for the case of Nina.
That it is. Oh, no! The bad timing! They both get a couple of shots on each other, but they both stay alive. As the spike goes down, the slow orbs coming out. This is what we were talking about with the slow orbs being very powerful on on Haven. But the retake is coming in, and they can't stay like that forever. Polar gets one, but gets traded immediately. Meow, great shot. 4 kills on the round for Meow. And Punani Mami, they're still kicking. They're not quite done yet, but they still need a miracle.
Yeah, I mean, you got the one, so hopefully that at least turns into 2. Now it's 11-3 at this point, if that's going to be the case. That's good news, at least for now. And I mean, not surprised, right? Like, there's no need to force anything here. If you're Awawawa, you know, maybe get a shorty if you're not going to be getting a pistol. But otherwise, this next round going to be for sure having them rifles into the hands. Let's go ahead and get started. Round 14. Looking to see if Punani Mami can turn 2 into 12 here over the course of these next couple of rounds. Quick peek around the corner with Manny able to get a tag, but not able to get a frag.
No frag found indeed. But I don't think it will be too long until one of these teams is able to secure a frag. As at the moment, they're starting to push up into mid. Not just yet. They're looking like they want to. But they decide to take it around, possibly going through garage. Meanwhile, you got the Brimstone pushing up through the chunk of mid. Kiana with the Spectre takes down Evade, and that is your top frag down. Great shot from Flanks. Gets away through the smoke. Pops up a perfect grenade as well. And that does some damage to Noku. It's going to be a 1 versus 2 retake. Polar with a classic. This might be winnable, but he has to play his cards right.
And just by themselves here, got a tag, and oh my goodness gracious, gets Noku, gets the transfer for the second heady here. And now this is going to be match point, championship point, tournament point here for Awawawa.
That it is 1 round away from being crowned the Whiteout champions.
Look at that double shot. Just so
That is so clean. That is just unreal. Absolutely unreal. And with that, I think that might be wraps. Because look at the economy difference. Look at the gun difference. Look at the KD difference. Look at the round difference. Even if they manage a miracle and somehow win this round, there's still 30 more miles to run. And I just don't think it's going to happen. 5 rifles, all heavy shields on the defensive side. And they are 5 kills away.
We're going to be seeing here, looking to try and maybe make a push more through the mid. I mean, that's kind of where things started off last round. And we're going to be seeing Noku taking a quick second, clearing our left corner. A second smoke going to be coming out. Trying to at least buy a little bit more time here. The Roomba comes out, not going to be able to find anything, but does give their location away. Possibly pushing here through the garage, but now with less than a minute, time of the essence.
It is of the essence. And Noku, the one man on the team that has a semi-respectable gun. They have a Bulldog. But right now, he might not be able to use it to its full effect. He gets one, but they get taken down shortly afterward. And there's the kill coming out on the Brim, or maybe not. Brim manages to stay alive. T-Site is forfeited over to Punani Mami, but Polar keeping the pressure on and keeping things close. 3 versus 3 here. 14 seconds to go. Spike is down. Kai, one more kill, and it is secured. Meow, there's no way for him to go, and that is it. Whiteout weekly champions. Awa.
Sheesh, man, just out here feasting. And, you know, we were asking earlier how we might want to pronounce it. I do think it was the Pac-Man just out here feasting. When we see just those final kills. That one by KY1 there on the spike carrier, because it looked like there for a second that they did have the site secured, and instead turning the corner, KY1 gets the heady And with the spike there, easy dubs for the last round. You mentioned Awawawa wrapping things up in a hurry here. Sheesh.
Yeah, there was no chance for Punani Mami in that second map. I think this Awa side was very confident in their haven for a very good reason. We saw how they played in the semifinals, but we were wondering if they could replicate it in the grand finals, and they were able to. They played even better. So that just begs the question, Q, we only saw a couple of their maps, but do you think Haven's their best map?
I mean, with a performance like that and knowing how well they did it earlier, I'm sure it has to be, if not their best map. I'm scared to see what is, because honestly, they showed some dominance in this map today.
Yeah, they did. Every time they went to Haven, they dominated. I believe they only allowed 6 rounds total on Haven. Yes, that is correct. 6 rounds total on Haven. 4 to Mango Marauders and 2 to Punani Mami.
Jeez.
And only allowing 6 rounds on Haven is outrageous, especially when you play it twice.
Yeah. That means you outscored your opponents 26-6. You outscored your opponents by 20 rounds in 2 games. That's absolutely insane. And I mean, when you look, at the scoreboard here again, forcing no one to go, or not say forcing it, no one, forcing everyone to go negative in a team effort too. I mean, look at those frags, 14, 15, 16, 14, just coming in from everyone. And the person who's lacking in the frags, KY1, with 11 assists. So, I mean, really, it's a great team effort here today.
Yeah, all 5 players played amazing, and overall, I don't think that could have gone any better for Awa. They take the tournament undefeated, no less, 2-0 in the grand finals. So congratulations to them. They will be taking the grand prize. But that is all we have for tonight. Q, you got anything you want to add?
No, I just want to thank, for let me come along and enjoying the ride today. This was absolute blast to be on the desk, and I know this is our first time being on the desk here together for not only just for Frost Esports, but just at all. And this is a blast to be on the desk with you today. I really loved the energy Starcoin here. That was a blast.
Yeah, I had a great time as well. Thank you for joining me. I hope I can join. I hope I can get back on the map, on the mic yet again. And really quick, your boy Q, where can people find you?
So you can see it underneath my name there, YOBOYCUE, basically anywhere you can think of: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, just at that, and you'll find me right there. It's that simple. How about you?
Same right there at Starcoin Hero. If that doesn't work, then I probably don't have an account for that platform. Yep, Starcoin Hero, your boy Q over there. Check us out on all of our socials. But thank you all for coming and watching the Whiteout Weekly Valorant Tournament number 12. That's been your boy Q. I have been Starcoin Hero. Congratulations to Awa for winning the tournament. And everyone watching, have a great rest of your night.
Peace.
I was running round so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all my chances. And we ain't sleeping on the floor again. We never sleeping on the floor again. For the ones who didn't make it out, for the ones that didn't see the life, for the ones that never cared, never gave a thought, found no happiness in that brand new car or the house you bought. I see you talking about the love you lost, and it was gone like way before you ever thought it was. Yeah, I took my time, no quick ones, quick run, quick guys to get back there. Hot roads, I didn't think I'd come back fast, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? I may have fucked up all
it's easy, it's hard to preach. Cause I've been burning trees and watching fall. If we cannot breathe out, we go forward. Sure, I was searching for cure, fishing a little wildlife. And when I'm low on fuel, I'll still be running till my back broke. Halfway, lost hope and I checked it. Hard roads, I didn't think I'd come back fast. Cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I ended up zero. This is such a ghostly revelation. I may have fucked up all my chances.
Been around the globe, looked around and fitted. Seen high and lows, but you won't even get it. Been around the globe, think it's time to admit it's not the end, but the road, and you won't even get it. Been around the globe, looked around, not been fitted. Seen high and lows, but you won't even get it. Been around the globe, think it's time to admit it's not the end, but the road.
I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up zero. This is such a ghostly revelation. I may have fucked up all my chances. Fucked up all my chances.